Yo! How's it going, everyone? It's been a long time. Hope you're all good. Welcome. Rooney, first in the chat. Rishuan, I hope I'm saying that right. I'm probably not. But Rishuan, welcome to the stream. It's good to be back, y'all. have missed it. Hope you guys have missed the streams a little bit too. Yeah, it's been several months since my last stream. I believe my last stream was the community tournament that Sigan held, the Tier 8 Summer Smash, I believe. But yeah, I guess before we get into the tournament, just kind of catch up a little bit. I haven't really been anywhere. I haven't been away from online or anything like that. I haven't been overly busy. I've been very present in Blitz community still. I just haven't had the desire to stream, to be honest. I made this announcement a while back, game becoming less fun, all that sort of thing. Streaming was just tiring, and that still hasn't really changed. I still don't think I'm going to return to doing any regular streaming outside of tournaments anytime soon. But that being said, I still do greatly enjoy these tournament streams, so I am absolutely going to be continuing these for as long as, you know, I desire to. And at the moment, I don't have any plans on giving up, so I will definitely be doing these tournament streams. I will be around for these season 5 tournaments, fall season, I suppose, all that sort of stuff. We've actually got a lot on our plates for these next couple months here. There are a few different things that we've got going on. Season 5 tournaments. Does this show on stream? It is loading. Yes, it does. Okay, yeah. So there are actually a lot of different tournaments that are happening right now during October and November. Leader Competition, which is a tournament that happens like every weekend or so, with the exception of like the 12th. I think they're skipping a weekend or something. But it's like a leaderboard where you can sign up with your clan, and your placement during these 6 tournaments goes onto a leaderboard, and the number 1 team earns a unique clan avatar, that sort of thing. So that's pretty cool. There's the arena competition. We're streaming one of them starting today, and there's going to be one later in December as well. But the arena competition is, you know, you just fight to win coins. It's non-clan limited, so you can play with whoever you want. And any control as well. You can see a winner gets this cool avatar. I think it's actually animated, but I don't think it's showing the animation. But I could be wrong about that. Then there's Blitzmasters Legends. These are the paid tournaments. Number 1 is a PC, or sorry, number 1 is touch only, and number 2 is going to be touch and PC as well. So that's going to be pretty cool. So lots of tournament stuff going on soon. I did see that I got my little invitation here, so I'm going to go ahead and join that up. Now guys, it has been a good few months since I've done one of these tournament streams, so I might be a little bit rusty today. I hope y'all do not blame me too much, guys. This arena competition stream will be kind of my, I guess, way of unrusting. You know, I've been doing this for a few years, but at the same time, I haven't actively been maintaining my streaming skills over the past couple months, so I apologize. Things are a little bit messy today, but that's just how it's going to be. But anyway, we can briefly take a look at the tournament. I just need to set up the teams here real quick. I wasn't actually that prepared for this. As you guys can clearly see, I don't have the arena competition link all set up. Normally I have the brackets set up ahead of time that we can take a look at. Here we go. Yeah, there we are. I just needed to load it. But if I go ahead and share my screen, and I'll move my camera out of the way, we can take a look. So there was a first stage here with 13 different groups. I'm not going to go through and look at all of them. But essentially the number 1 team in each group moved forward. So, oh, it's actually not showing the second stage. Oh, never mind. Normally you can click on the second stage here and see all the other teams. I guess we're going to have to go back in-game for that. Oh, and that's the training room, which is fine. We'll look at that in a sec. But essentially, there are 13 different teams that made it to the second day. So there were 13 groups. The number 1 team from each group moved on. Now we're in the top 16, although there are only technically 13 teams. And they are playing in 4 different groups. And each group will have 1 winner that moves on to the 3rd stage, which is top 4 tomorrow. So it went from 64 teams down to 16 to 4. That's how the tournament works. We're going to be spectating Group 3 today. Group 3, which has Gosu, Evony, and Metro. Now, these tournaments aren't clan limited, so you can see there's a few other players mixed on in here, which is fine. But, You know, I'm just kind of going to refer to them by the main clan, of course. So that is why, if we go back to the room, we're going to have it set up so that it's Metro versus Evony, even though there's a player, I guess, that's not in Evony, or I guess Metro is pretty full, which is cool. Yeah, just going to be referring to them by their clan names, even though it's technically not a clan limited tournament. We've got new maps returning. I don't have the list of all the maps that came back and maps that were removed, but New Bay was gone for the past season, and now it is back. One map that I'm really going to miss a lot is Canal. Canal always been my favorite competitive map, my favorite map to play in pubs. It is gone for the next 4 months. I'm very sad about that, very disappointed, but it is what it is. And yeah. With new Season 5 having been released in the past month or so, we've got a whole different set of balance changes, and with that, a whole new meta. Guys, we're not going to be seeing the 113 GFT box tank spam anymore. That tank did receive a couple nerfs. Honestly, they were not major nerfs. It was mostly mobility and a little bit of DPM, but it did gain some alpha, and it did lose reactive armor. But overall, it's not a bad tank. It's still going to be good in pubs, but we've definitely seen some tanks buffed to the point where they're going to be used a lot more in competitive now. Kronvon, IS4, MLE all received buffs. Super Conqueror got reactive, so we may see a little bit of that here and there. 215B as well got some buffs. MLE got reactive. We'll talk about all the tanks individually, I guess, as time comes, as we've only got 30 seconds until this tournament starts. I guess really quickly, I think I have the timer turned off. Training room timer left. Let's turn that on. There we go. I had it off because the last tournament that I streamed was in a training room, so that thing wasn't there. But yeah, looking at Metro and Evony, they're both using pretty similar tanks. I mean, the lineup's obviously quite different, as you can see, but the tanks being used are pretty similar for each one. But we're going to go ahead and get right into things right away. I've already forgotten to get right into our New Bay video, so let me pull that up real quick and we'll get started. And here we are, guys. Again, already starting off to a rough start. Forgot to play the map intro video, but it's been a few months. We're going to remember as time goes on. Let's go ahead and get right into things. We are on New Bay, first time seeing this map in a while. Metro are going to start out a little bit split, more focused on A, but not fully. Evony, however, going pretty much fully directly into A with all of their tanks. Both teams are bringing a couple into the middle. Jamal will take one hit, not able to put anything in return, but the double Kronvon for Metro actually getting some good opening lanes here. Don't hit anything major though. Benny takes a couple hits. The new MLE is presumably one of the new main meta tanks. You know, it's a little early in the season to tell, but the MLE got buffed pretty hard. It's got a lot of hit points, it's got good armor, and it's got reactive. So the combination of the high hit points and reactive is going to make those things damage sponges. They are pushing directly into these Kronvons here. Evony's going to go for some nice opening aggression. The hit points are still pretty even, so it's hard to say who is going to pull ahead here, but Evony is pushing 5 tanks into only 4 from Metro. Metro's got 3 tanks on the right, whereas Evony only has 2. But the 5-4 mismatch does allow... Actually, no, Metro gets the first kill on the pushing tank HD81, who overextended a little bit. Metro is going to bring Junior, Bowser, and Strawberry back into the fight, and now they are supporting their team once again. They're actually going to hold on to the HP advantage, only by a little bit here, though. It's a little too early to see. You do get the kill on Nokatan there. Very nicely done by Evony, but they have a couple low hit point tanks of their own. Benny, Leggy, Icy, all extremely low. The AMX MLE 54 now has 450 alpha, so those weren't all guaranteed one-shots, but we are seeing some kills on the board here. It's now 4-4. Leggy is underneath, not really in any major danger right now. Raclette Does get picked off here, but traded for Strawberry, and now it's a 3v3. Hit point advantage is for Metro, though. Wow Bao full HP. He's got a full clip in that Kronvon. He's going directly for Leggy, who needs to empty his clip before going down. He does get picked up there. And now it's a 3v2. Jamal dropping onto Luck and Chaos, and Target Practice needs to put that shot in as well. He's not a one-shot from one of them alone. Needs both of them to get the kill. And that does happen here. Now, if Wabao's smart here, he reloads his clip, starts unloading into Target Practice, bouncing the shot off the rear somehow. The NTG going to ram into him, try to prevent him from getting away as much as possible. Wabao putting that extra shot in there is going to allow NTG to pick up the kill here, penning the shot, which he must do. Yep, there we go, very nice. Now it's a 2v1, and Jamal is unfortunately not in a very good position to fight this. Wabao's just going to reload the clip. Kronvon did receive a recent change, actually, where the more shells you have that you're holding onto in your clip, the better the reloads will be. So the more shots you can hold onto in the Kron, the better. So the ideal thing to do is to actually let your Kronvon reload as much as you can and then dump out. If you actually just shoot it as like a single shot tank with a full clip, you've got 410 alpha damage coming out like over every 8 or 9 seconds or something. I don't remember the exact numbers, but it's actually quite good DPM for a tier 10 tank, or for a tier 10 heavy. And then it also has that clip, so it's a very strong tank. You can see Wabao on the top there with 4.8k damage, did a very nice job holding onto his hit points and kind of just farming in the Kron. Not something you're used to seeing a tank, you know, farming, or tank like that farming, I should say. But it worked out quite well. Metro going to take the lead. This is going to be a best of 5, as are all of the games today, best of 5. Tomorrow will also be all best of 5, except for the grand finals, which will be best of 7. But yeah, Kronvon looking pretty good. It's always been a strong tank on New Bay. You bring those on the ramps and it works quite well. Evony had a reasonable opportunity to push there, but unfortunately HD81 went a little bit too far. The rest of this team wasn't quite ready to support. Metro absorbed it well, and they brought in Strawberry from the side and Wabao, and they were able to clean up quite nicely. So good opening there for Metro. I like the initiative from Evony, but wasn't the cleanest. Now, Evony, I was going to comment that this is the Alev team, but I don't think this is the Alev team. Evony is the feeder of Alev, and sometimes the main team plays out of that clan, but I believe this is not the main team. I'm seeing Benny, Icy Fresh, Target Practice. I don't think they are on the main Alev team, but I have watched Evony play in the past. The Alev team did get top 8 last season, but this is not them. Originally, I was thinking maybe it would be. But yeah, good start for game number 1 for Metro. We're going to swap spawns here for New Bay, and we'll get right into it just a moment here. We've got a few different tanks as well this game, which we can talk about in just a moment. Well, I guess we can do it now, right? We've got the E50Ms on Evony's side. This is another tank that received reactive armor. A bunch of tanks got it in the recent season changes, and shocker, they're all being used in the tournament. MLE, 50M, Super Conqueror. In fact, those are the only tanks that Evony's using. All of them have reactive armor available. I don't know if they're all being equipped with it, because you don't have to do that. And especially like if you're in a medium tank, sometimes you do want that extra repair kit, but for competitive purposes, those tanks are usually role players. I'm sure that they do have reactive on. 50M did also receive some nice buffs to the gun and the armor, so very strong tank right now, definitely the best medium in tier 10, and we're going to be seeing a lot of it in competitive. Will be my guess. I'm actually not sure if we're going to be seeing many light tanks this season. Batchet received nerfs, and while there were some lights that did get buffs, they all have to play extremely scared of the E50M, so we'll see how many of them we're going to see this season. I'm hoping that we see some. I'm a light tank enjoyer. Anyway, this time both teams are again committing pretty heavily to the ramps. 50Ms from Evony, though, do get below after grabbing the A base, so cap advantage for Evony, although it's not entirely clear if this is going to be a cap game. Oftentimes games like this tend to not be, but look at the flanking play by Metro here. They found Target Practice alone, but bringing 3 tanks all the way out there is just allowing the rest of the team to get melted here. Evony has 6 tanks on the side of the map, and Target Practice is just going to be, you know, tanking for the rest of the team. Koshi goes down. Luck and Chaos is going to quickly fall here. Benny, Jamal each going to put in big shots. Leggy as well. And you can see the Super Conqueror. Now that he's run out of reactive, he will go down quite quickly as well. So really good push from Evony. Target practice, is he still alive? Yeah, target practice was somehow able to kite all these tanks for so long. And they stayed alive this whole time. That just allowed Evony to really push through here. No problems, going to be able to clean this up pretty easily. Arukana, bouncing one shot there from Jamal. It's okay, we're still pretty early on into the tournament. Competitive is just starting now, so it's all good. There are going to be some mistakes. Still target practice alive. For some reason, Strawberry was not looking at the tank. I guess he wanted to focus his armor that way, which does make a little bit of sense, but still target practice able to stay alive. And TG getting pushed by a few tanks here. HC81 behind. He's surviving just fine. He's got hit points, but it's not going to be enough. It is a 6v2. Then you're going for the face hug here. The MLE does have pretty good armor now. Not sure if it's enough to withstand being face hugged, or to withstand face hugging against some of these tanks. I haven't quite played a lot of tier 10 yet, so still haven't really figured out, you know, the exact interactions that each tank is going to have. Like, haven't tried face hugging stuff with an MLE, all that sort of thing. But overall, it is going to be a pretty good tank for just face hugging and gun blocking, all that sort of thing, as well as just soaking damage when you need, because again, high hit points and a lot of armor. Yeah, Evony will even that up 1-1. We're going to get into our next game here. Going to read the chat a little bit, because I didn't get to do that. There was a lot I wanted to cover, and I started stream a little bit later than I wanted to. But welcome to Rooney, OG, Rishwan, Breeze, what's up, Anakin? Akame's here, Okapi, Poppy, David, Mona's here, Draconic, what's up? Twitch ads, rip. Yeah, welcome everyone. But yeah, there was one message that I read that I wanted to address, which was, wanted to participate this year in the cash prize for main accounts leader of 40% clan rerolls and a 60% clan. What's your advice? My advice would be, you know, get on the best team that you can. I don't know if you want to lead your own team, in which case you're more than welcome to do that. But, you know, if you're playing for cash, right, you want to get into the best clan that you can for the chance at winning that cash, right? So I wouldn't necessarily let your 40% account kind of hold you back. If you want to play in your 60, if you think that would give you better chances of getting in a good clan, go for it, man. But yeah, also I need to thank Sinbrin for the sub. Tier 1 sub for 11 months. I appreciate it, man. Approaching a year. Very kind, very kind. Thank you very much. Also, is the stream coins thing still relevant? Would you like to 1v1? If you have enough and you would like to spend it, you are absolutely welcome to, Rooney. More than welcome to, for sure. Anyway, we're going to go ahead, get right into game 3. We're on Black Goldville. I did prepare the map this time. Let's go ahead and play it. Here we are with game 3. Set is tied 1-1. We are on Black Goldville. So another question in the chat that I wanted to talk about, the 2-5B versus Super Conk. The nice thing about the 2-5B, it's got the better gun. It's more accurate and more DPM. The Super Conk does have that reactive. I don't believe the 2-5B does right now. It's had it on and off throughout the time, but I don't think it has that right now. But the nice thing is, yeah, again, the gun on the 2-5B is incredible. You can actually out DPM a chieftain, even though that thing has hash now. You can actually just HE pen a chieftain anyway, so that tank is used kind of as a chieftain counter, and also can counter the Super Conquer with its nice hash as well. Early push here by Metro. They're taking a lot of map control on this side, but Koshi took a few big hits and might not even be in a safe position to avoid Leggy there. No, he is. Target practice going to be pushed out of his own position here by Arukana and Nukatan, who is, don't know if he was spotted or not. But during all of that, Loves did take an early cap in the B base with double MLEs. Very hard to do anything against that push, right? Those things have reactive, they've got good armor. Very survivable tanks that we're going to be seeing a lot of this season. Ooh, big shots into Icy Fresh, though. He's in a reasonable position, but Metro has taken such forward positions on the map that he's not safe where he was. And so he gets pushed out, but unfortunately not recognizing that in time. He is only on 1000 HP. With good rolls from the MLE, that's a 2-tap. Metro is bleeding a lot, though. You've got No-Katana and Junior Bowser each taking some hits. Of course, we saw Koshi at the start having taken some, but it looks like we're going for an immediate push here from Metro into Icy Fresh. They're going to find target practice. Jamal is covering, even Raclette sneaking around in the T100 LT, and I think Metro might have overextended a little bit. They do get the kill in Icy Fresh, but they're going to lose a lot because of it. Irukana will go down to Raclette here, and Evony team does have good defense set up. Their MLEs in B are a little bit behind, but they're just fine right now. 6v6, Junior Bowser getting circled around next. Raclette sneaking around in that T100 LT. That's a tank I'm not sure how much we're going to see this season, because that tank got buffed pretty hard. Got good DPM, good mobility. The thing is, that tank can be scared of 50Ms, but as you see, when Metro uses those 50Ms incorrectly, they're kind of leading the charge and taking all of the hits instead of the heavies. T100 LT doesn't have to worry about being tunneled by them, so he's just free to farm on his own. And Evony had a very, very good defense set up here. HD81 does die off camera, as it looks like Metro was taking a little bit of a fight over there, but unfortunately was not enough. They were not able to hold off the rest of the team. And now it is a 5v2. While NTG and Strawberry are both full HP, it doesn't mean anything, unfortunately. We've got 970 points here for Evony. They're going to push in, stop the base here from NTG, and it should be a clean win for Game 3 for Evony. Very nicely done there. Receiving that push quite well. I like the aggression idea from Metro, but unfortunately, that it's not like there was an isolated tank there on Black Goldville. That entire lane in the middle, very easy to get shots back if you ever need to support your team, which is exactly what Evony did. They were able to stop the push. Also, focusing down that E50M, being able to clear out that mobility just makes the enemy team a lot less flexible with their push. And so really good job there. Metro was also not able to do anything about Raclette. It was just free farming in the T100 LT. That tank got some good DPM buffs. Its DPM is almost as good as it was when the tank first got released. And the tank was very good on release, and it's also got a mobility buff as well. So I think the T100 is really good. I think its usage kind of may depend on the map, and may also depend on how scared they are of getting YOLO'd by a E50M. Now things are going the opposite way. Metro's running the T100, and Evony's running the 50Ms. So if Evony's smart, they're going to hold on to those 50Ms, be more careful with them, and just try to bully that T100 LT, because as long as there is the threat there, that T100 really can't do anything, because there's no way you're winning a 1v1 against the 50M. That 1 has reactive, 2 has armor, and 3 can just YOLO W key you and ram you for almost half your HP. So the T100 does have to play careful. Evony did that very well last game. We'll see if Metro can do it this game. This could be the last game here. This is a best of 5, so first to 3 wins, and Evony does have 2 already. So Van Leeroth, I don't recognize that name. Atten? I can't recognize that character. A-U-N maybe? I don't know. I literally can't read it. Fells, Vauban, Invictus, Tempest. Welcome everybody. Claw. It's good to have y'all in here, y'all. It's been a while since I've done these tournament streams, so I'm glad that y'all haven't forgotten about me. Anyway, here is game number 4, potentially the last. I am being pinged. No channel points for feature replay. Unfortunately, I have that turned off. I should turn that back on. Thank you for pinging me about that. I'll try to remember that at some point. Maybe not this stream, but next stream. Anyway, game number 4, potentially the last. What's really weird, all these names are kind of white, and there's nothing to differentiate them. I don't remember this being a thing before. I swear there's like a black background around the names to prevent this, but unfortunately it's kind of difficult to read the names right now. But Metro going for a sneaky T100 LT spot there, doesn't see anything. Evony's taken an MLE in a similar position here, but we are going to see an early base cap here for Metro taking C. They are still going to hold a couple tanks back near the A side just to get some good spots going. But we do see Metro take the cap lead here. Evony will take A. They've got some of their tanks in the caves area, but they're going to pull back now. Presumably you're going to rotate back towards C. Maybe they're just going to hold for now. They've got the 2 and 5B still chilling over there. The Metro doesn't really seem intent on doing anything with this. They will potentially put a tank into B. If you're on the C side, you always have a better look into B because this little hill right here makes it very difficult to cover B from the A side, as well as all these rocks up here. Whereas if you're on this side of the map, all you have to do is drive down and straight on into it. So a lot easier to cover B from the C side, but Metro doesn't hop onto this and step into B. And it's a good time, or it's a good point that they don't do it now, because Evony is pretty poised to counter push on this side and could have shots directly into Wabao if he crosses here. Not sure if they'll be able to spot him though. It doesn't look like they're going to have that vision quite yet, but the MLE is a pretty big tank, so I'm not sure if it's going to be able to cap that without getting spotted. Because if you drive right on through, you don't get spotted, but then if you sit right here, it's not clear. This could be a shot. You're definitely getting shot from here, but you know, any tank would. What's unclear is if you can shoot from here or not, so I guess we're just going to have to see. But could be worth having a more low-profile tank here like the IS-4, which also did receive some armor buffs, so could be a good tank to put there. Has super speed as well if you need to get it in or out quickly. We are seeing moves now. Evony is going to push into the C corner. Metro is set up for it, though. The double Foshes aren't quite looking. And NTG is going to get pushed here. Going to go for the side scrape, but all of those tanks from Evony did already use their reactive. Icy's going to use his and go around on the outside here. And we'll push directly into NTG. And it's probably the tank that Metro should focus down. But again, those Foshes weren't looking initially. They do still get to pick on Icy Fresh out. And again, pushing with the medium tank to lead is kind of awkward here. It makes your push a lot, you know, less flexible. And now, well, they are going to get the kill in NTG. They did lose a medium tank, and their other medium tank is quite low himself. T100 for Metro is actually going to float all the way around to A, try to put a little bit of a checkmate on Evony with the caps here. Then he's going to go down in a moment just to luck and chaos, but Metro does lose Junior Bowser as well, so it's a 5v5. That Metro tank all the way on A could cause a bit of an issue for Metro just because his gun isn't in the game. Metro's going to try to hunt down Raclette here. If you're Wabao, you got to look for that shot. Looks like he's not able to find it. No, he is. Okay, that's good. For Metro, Nokatan putting in that last shot before going down. Don't know if Luck and Chaos will be able to reload in time. Target Practice is looking for the shot over there. He actually hits Luck and Chaos instead. He picks up that kill. It's a 4v3 advantage for Metro right now, but they have 2 bases at the moment. It's not entirely clear if Loved is going to have the time to put their tanks in. Luck and Chaos still alive there, is actually able to pick up another kill, allowing for Metro to still have that tank advantage here by sneaking that in. Leggy might not be able to sneak the kill. No, he realizes he's not going to get it, so he HE's Wabao instead. And well, of course, you do need to keep your guns singing. Metro just going to be able to barely survive with all their tanks here. And that T100 grabbing the bases is going to do it. Despite the fact that the hit points are pretty close here, it was a 2v2 in the end. Metro does hold on to it. Actually, okay, 2v1. They get the kill after time. But still, Metro did a very nice job there, absorbing the push. And again, kind of what I was saying, if you lead with those 50Ms, you don't have those guns later on. So they bled a little bit too early. And while, yes, they do have reactive armor, their role is not to, you know, take the hits just because they have reactive armor, right? So very nicely done by Metro, barely holding on to life there, but that T100 did definitely help them win that game. 5k to Leggy though. Shout out Leggy. 2 and 5e, great damage tank, but unfortunately not enough for the win. We're going to a game 5, y'all, with the very first set of the day. Rockfield will be the tiebreaker map, so we'll go ahead and get that video sorted. Rockfield, another map that was actually removed from last season and is returning now, so we get to see some good old Rockfield gameplay. Welcome everyone in the chat. We got Sam and Sneaky pulling up. Welcome y'all. Good to see you in here. Go back into retirement. Understandable, man. Understandable. David, hello. Did you have to sell your streaming tank? Yeah, I got rid of my streaming tank. But who knows? For next season, it's coming up soon, right? The season tournament. Maybe we'll get a new one. Who knows? Robert, welcome. Shizumi. And V2. Good to have you all. Yeah, game 5 here between Metro and Evony. This isn't do or die here, but the winner goes on to play Gosu. The loser has a little bit of time to chill before they play the loser of the set after this. This is a double elimination group. And again, only the one winner of this group will move on to the next one. So, pretty big here. Now, after this set, there are a few more things that I wanted to talk about that I didn't quite have the time to before the stream. There's a few new NA streamers this season, which I'm pretty excited about. So we'll talk about them after this set. Here we are, y'all. Game number 5. Metro versus Evony. Winner plays Gosu. Metro is going to bring the T100 this time. I like the light tank on this map, but Evony's going for a full-on push here. That T100 might have to get out of here. Did he spot anything in time? He spotted Stev. He didn't spot anyone else, but that's probably enough for him to want to run away. Metro does have a couple tanks set up here, but they're actually rather split, and if Evony just goes for a YOLO, might cause some issues for Metro, but they do spot all of those tanks finally now. They know that there's at least 2 over there, and HD81 spot in the middle. And yeah, Strawberry's backing out. Evony knows that Metro is just not set up here. They will take the early cap lead. Metro will respond by stepping into C. They've also got MTG covering the B base, just in case Evony wanted to sneak in there and double cap, but they don't need to. They've already got the lead. There's no point. It would put a lot of pressure onto Metro, but you know, it's not important for them right now. It's not worth maybe losing all those hit points, so. Loved Evony. They are going to set up a nice defense here. Not moving very far. They will kind of relinquish map control here, although they do kind of still have control of most of the A side, but Metro is still lurking around. They do have a Ho-Ri, so a very non-standard lineup here for Metro. I shouldn't say non-standard, but it's not like it's all heavies like we're used to seeing in competitive. Metro is actually going to step into the B base. HD is going to be able to reset it with a nice HE shot, but he takes 2 in return. And is it worth Evony bleeding even more for that? Doesn't seem like they want to reset it, no. So Metro's actually going to be able to take the cap lead back in just a little bit here. It'll take some time for the caps to switch hands, but it will happen. Evony is moving forward on the A side. How does Metro respond to this? They're backing their tanks out, but are they going to try to prepare for a push here? Sorry. At the moment, they can see that Evony's tanks aren't all grouped together, so it's not going to be easy for them to go for a huge push right away. But presumably loved Evony, they are going to try to at some point. Sorry, I say loved because I just look at this guy while I'm speaking. Kind of messed me up a little bit there, but it might be worth grouping up at some point. But at the moment, they do have pretty good map control. So if they can keep the map control up, be able to spot a push as soon as it happens, because we can see, here we are, Evony is grouping together with, I think that's 4 tanks, yeah. Again, with all of the words blurring together, I don't know if it's like a recent update thing or if it has to do with my computer bugging out or something, but it's hard to see them all when they're grouped together. But yeah, we are going to see an Evony push soon. The question is where? Because right now, Metro, again, they are pretty spread out. They do have that nice Ori here. You can see you put a shot into Benny. Tank is very good long range. It did receive a bit of a gun handling nerf, but it's still a very strong heavy tank. Sorry, did I say heavy tank? It's a strong tank destroyer with a very good gun, heavy hitting gun. So he is going to go for the push here on these double Metro tanks. Ho-Ri is now spotted, so it's a 4v3 they can see. Abstracted is pretty low though, and Strawberry is just going to try to push into him here. But Evony's push looks like it will work out on only Luck here, who is getting kind of 2v1s. But No-Katan's going to have some shots in as well. Strawberry not going to be able to turn around to put anything in there. However, looking in the center here, HD is getting surrounded himself by Metro. So they are going to lose that tank. It is currently a 5v7, 860 points here for both teams. But there's a kill on HD81. And now we do see Metro having the lead here. Can No-Katan survive? He is getting caught out, going to try to run away. And actually, I don't think these heavy tanks are going to be fast enough to catch him. And in fact, Benny gets picked off, and that allows Metro to win the set. That got really close in the end game there. I mean, they did their push, but after that, they weren't really sure what to do next. They lost their tanks in the center. Didn't have enough of a presence on B to stop the cat bleeding, even though they were getting kills on Metro. They never stopped the bases, and so Metro took that opportunity to bring the pressure back to equalize. A nice kill at the end does give Metro the win. 3-2 over Evony. It was nice and back and forth there. Metro taking a game, Evony taking 2, and then Metro taking the last 2. Very well played for Metro. They're going to move on the winner side. And yeah, let me check the website really quickly to see if it updated, although it probably hasn't. If not, we can just look at the teams in-game, which is totally fine. Yeah, second stage is not showing. So let's do that real quick. There's a few other things I want to talk about as well. But let's do that. So let's go ahead and remove the leaderboard. Arena competition. So there are currently 13 teams, again, in 4 different groups. So Gosu has been chilling in the winner's side. They were waiting for the result of this game. And Evony does go down to Gallon, which is Metro. But yeah, let's go ahead. I guess really quickly, one thing that I wanted to do was to showcase all of the teams that made it this far. I have logos for 12 of the 13 teams. I asked the last team, I asked if they had a logo, and they said, no, why? Like, what kind of answers, or what kind of question is that? You know exactly why. But I will showcase all of the teams that did have logos. So let's do that real quick. We got 50A. Their team is made it to top 16. We've got Evony, which we just saw. I don't know if this is an alphabetical or how this works exactly. I think it is alphabetical. Got Gosu, who's in the team, in the group that we are watching, as well as Evony. Hated here. Old clan. They have still got it, though. They're still rocking pretty well. JJ. So MM is not playing in this tournament, but JJ is. Maybe MM did play and they just didn't qualify. I'm not 100% sure. Joker, of course, your defending champions with their U2's looking logo. Kitten. A somewhat new clan. They've been around, but they've been around for a couple seasons, I suppose. Thanks for the follow, Schism 9001. Also, I didn't thank Fells for following either. Thank you, Fells, for the follow. Metro is here. We just watched them play. They had a nice win. Got Nexo with the e-girl logo, which not my favorite, but whatever. I guess it's fine. Origin, defending, I shouldn't say champions because they're not the defending champions, but defending second place. Solid team, of course, and they are doing well right now as a team. I'll talk about them a little bit later. Got Ponda, top 4 last season. Needs no introduction. Purple, OG clan. And that's it. The one team that did not submit their logo was 7E. So they are the 13th team, but these are your other 12 that are still alive in the tournament. I don't get to stream them all, unfortunately. Most of them are going to be eliminated today. So I wanted to at least showcase their logos, you know, shout out the teams that are doing it. Also wanted to give a particular shout out to Origin. In particular, I call it Origin because Cora, the team captain, is actually... I think he should be streaming his perspective. He said he was going to be streaming his perspective. Yeah, he is, actually. So yeah, if you guys go over... did this work? Yeah. If you just go over to YouTube, search up Cora. He is getting more active on YouTube. I think he's had his channel for a while, but never was really active on it. But he is streaming his POV in the tournament. I'll pull it up. We need to mute it so it doesn't mess up my stuff or anything. Okay, so it looks like he's in pub games or something right now, but presumably he was streaming his POV in the tournament. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so this is his games against Nexo. And I don't know if his voice is in it. Yeah, it seems like Team Voice is in, so pretty cool. So if you guys want to watch some player perspective, check out Korra. Another person who is streaming at the moment, actually a brand new tournament streamer for NA, I'm very happy to announce, is Tommy Tactics. If you guys have or haven't heard of Tommy, he's another YouTuber who's had his channel for a long time, but he's starting to get active again after a long hiatus. So you can see he's made a few videos in the past month. Other than that, it was 4 years ago, you can see right here, which is pretty crazy. But now he's becoming active again, and he's going to be streaming some competitive here. Been streaming a couple scrims, some trainings, and now arena competition. So if you guys are tired of watching me, you want to watch someone different, check out Tommy Tactics. His stream should also be in game as well if we go to the streams. Yeah, so you can either watch me, you can watch Tommy. So very cool. Always happy to get more NA representation, so wanted to shout out Tommy and Korra. I wanted to do it at the start of the stream, but unfortunately I was kind of pressed for time and I had to join the room and everything, so I wasn't able to do it. But definitely. Let's go ahead and read a little bit of chat first. So we got some time until our next set, probably like another 10 minutes or so. I didn't check actually. Earlier when you suggested the 60% account have 900 something battles with 2 tier 10s. What clan do you think you get into? Apex Void Joker. In terms of stat requirements, I know some clans do have stat requirements. So if you're looking like to stay in a clan long term, with low battle count, it still might not be easy. But in terms of making a comp team, your battle count doesn't matter at all. It's, you know, your tank availability is pretty important. So if you only have 2 tier 10s, it might be tough to make a good team that earns you money. So work on getting some of those good competitive tier 10s. Maybe ask around, watch these streams, kind of figure out what the teams are needing. Talk to some team captains. I don't know if it's easy for you to find any. There is the Scrim server. It's a Discord server with a bunch of competitive teams where they play against each other. If you wanted to join that, there's a lot of competitive players there. Maybe you can get some advice on what tanks to get. And also, that's how you can make contact with people to network and maybe find a potential team that you can try out for. It's not going to be easy to join a top clan with just low battle count for the purpose of, you know, being a pub player. But for joining a team, that's usually ignored. But yeah, Apex isn't playing a team, so if you're looking to get into Apex, that wouldn't work out. But there are plenty of clans that are fielding teams that would probably be interested in having you try out. Hola, King Tiger, welcome to the stream. Hello. Schism, hello. Simbrain, why can't you do stream crowd that you rip? Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I don't exactly know what the conditions are for that, but it doesn't always work. And welcome, Jake. Listening, peeking every now and then. Good to have you, Jake. Hope you enjoy the stream as background noise. Wow, GG's. Congrats on the dub. And you have a bond. Thank you for the follow. I don't know if I read that earlier. Anyway, checking Discord, making sure I'm not missing anything. I'm also just checking out to see if Tommy's messaging me at all. It's his first time streaming a tournament, as I said earlier. For one, please go and support him, but for two, just want to make sure that I answer all of his questions, because, you know, when it was my first time, I definitely struggled at the start. I had a few mishaps. One time I even missed a game, which was pretty funny. I was streaming and I forgot to ready up for a battle. Stuff like that happens. So I just want to make sure that I can at least answer his questions. So I'm checking Discord every so often. Excuse me. And let me really quickly go ahead and check chart, see when the next set is. So let's go ahead and look at the group. Unfortunately, I can't look at the tournament chart, which is a lot easier to see, like the one on the website. But upper finals for group 1, it is Joker against the winner of JJ and Final Order, which I believe is X-Wing. So it looks like X-Wing beat JJ. No, that's 7E, sorry. 7E beat JJ. Sorry, I was thinking X-Wing for a different tournament. The leaderboard competition. So JJ defeated them, and they'll be playing against Joker. Origin is playing against Sinvita, which is 50A. We've got DE Chill, which is Gosu, playing against Metro. And then we've got this team, which I think they got renamed, but unfortunately it's still showing. This is Kitten on the winner's side, playing against the winner of Hated Panda. Looks like Hated beat Panda. Wow, that's an upset. Panda was a top 4 team last season. Hated was, I don't know if they made top 16 or not, actually. Don't remember. But this is a solid Panda team too. I don't know if it's their starters, but it's got like Sherman, it's got Light, it's got Ranger, Steven, Skips, some core players. So it's a solid roster. So for Hated to take a set off of them, congrats to Hated. That's awesome. But again, only the number 1 team for each group moves on to tomorrow. So very important to lock in. You know, you get your 1 loss, that's it. Your next one, you're out. These are all double elimination groups. Yeah, that's where we are at right now. And again, I wanted to check the time for the next set. So it's at 9:50. So we've still got like 12 minutes. So we're chilling. Joker playing? Yes, Joker's playing. You want the Scrim server? You can ask Shoto on 34 days ago. Yo, what's up, Shoto? How's it going, man? Welcome. Hope you're good, dude. Shoto, are you which team are you playing on? Are you playing on a team? Are you online? Immovable. I don't know if that's still your name. Yeah, it is. JJ, nice. Are you on the team though? He's not on the team. It's understandable though. Full congrats on your clan moving on today. 70 clan logo loading trust. You're all good, boss star. I was just messing. Bum for that. Ha, get owned, kid. It is all good. Ether versus Joker. Too good. Floof, very nice. Floof, you still in Hated? Are you on the Hated team? If so, congrats on your win against Panda. That's pretty awesome. Terranos is here. What's up? Got a lot of y'all in here. It's good. I still have a few people that watch after all this time. You're in the Hated team, Floof. I don't know what your username is right now. You might be, you might not be, but either way, if this is y'all, then congrats. I don't pay enough attention to username changes right now. Anyway, we still have a few minutes. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to talk about. Oh yeah, I will be doing... I probably should have said this. I'm doing some giveaways today. I should have done one right now. I've actually got 4 fan containers to give away today, which is pretty cool. Normally I give one away after the first set, and then I'll do another giveaway at the end of the stream. I think we'll just do them all at the end of the stream. But essentially, yeah, 4 fan containers. I don't even remember what they have in them, but if you guys want free crates, I can give away 4 fan containers today, and tomorrow I'm going to be giving away 2 battle passes. So if you guys want a battle pass, it can be for the month of October or November, your preference, I suppose, because October is like halfway over at this point, so it's kind of, you know, you might want a November one just so you have all the time to grind it. But yeah, if you guys want a battle pass, get all the good rewards on the bottom side. If you don't have one, then feel free to enter tomorrow's giveaway. X-Wing. Yeah, I was thinking X-Wing because of the leaderboard competition. I saw that they moved on in the leaderboard competition, or they were doing pretty well there. That's what I was looking at. But yeah, also, I think it is a little awkward. Right now, Tommy is streaming Group 2, which is, you know, the same one that, obviously, that Korra is covering because he's streaming the gameplay. So they're both streaming together, but I don't think Wargaming was aware of Korra's streams. Called XC70 X-Wing, and then said they beat us. The hate is real. Oh, my bad. Misslip. I was just guessing based off of this, Apollo. Looks like it's space themed, so I was like, oh, maybe that's X-Wing. No, it's JJ. No, final order, because, like, I don't know, like, order 666. I corrected myself, though. I did. I corrected myself when I originally said that this was X-Wing. I noticed that very quickly. I did correct myself. Oh, no, okay, so Floof is on 7E. I see. Just helping my JJ team from the old stream spec. Lol. I was trying to stream like from a different group entirely. Very cool. Anyway, we should be getting a room invite in a couple minutes here. Let's see if I covered everything I wanted to. I shouted out shout out Cora and Tommy. I wasn't able to get to the giveaway quite yet, but I will do that at the end of the stream. And that's going to be Twitch chat only. I don't actually know how to do it on YouTube. That's going to be a Twitch chat giveaway. Maybe I should figure out how to do it on YouTube, because my YouTube has actually grown past my Twitch, which is hilarious, because I've always been a Twitch-centric creator. But now that I do these YouTube like co-streams, these multi-streams, all of my followers are now on YouTube. So maybe I'll figure out how to do it on YouTube now. But I won't be able to figure it out today. I don't know if I'll have time to do it tomorrow, so might be Twitch only for today and tomorrow. Lift Hater on 70. Right on, right on. 3-minute stream delay? Yeah, 3-minute delay. Just need to have a delay, otherwise people could cheat. What's up, Poppy Mel? Long time. Hope you're well. In X-Wing. Dude, I've gotten 3 DMs from people on 70 saying we ain't X-Wing. I literally corrected myself like 30 seconds after I said that. Y'all need to chill. You guys are pressed for no reason. I literally just guessed based off the team name, and as soon as I clicked on the clan, I was like, okay, that's 70, not X-Wing. Y'all need to chill. What's up, Sarah? Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll just wait. We should be getting our invite in a minute here, and it should be Gosu against Metro. Best of 5 again. Yeah. So I guess we can go to the... Yep, there's our invite. So I will go ahead and hide it. There we go, guys. I also don't have to play any games in between today, because I got to talk the entire time, because there's so much to talk about, because I've been gone for so many months. I don't want to play right now anyway, because there's no game mode. I'd have to play pubs, and I just don't feel like playing pubs right now. But we got Gosu versus Metro. Gosu made top 8 last season. I forget what place it was exactly, if it was 6th? Maybe 6th. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, Gosu, solid team against Metro, who just beat Evony, which is not the same as the Love team from last season. I have to make that clear, but yeah, let's get this scoreboard set up. Gosu on the left, Metro on the right. There we go. The opposite of the Rebels. Yeah, I just guessed based off the team name. It's because I was looking at the leaderboard competition and I saw X-Wing was doing pretty alright. The Empire, nice. Yeah, I'm just memeing you guys, 70. I know you're not that mad about it, it's just crazy. You're all DMing me now. We can go ahead and show the room now. So we can go ahead and do that. Gosu Metro. I got the logo from Metro like last minute as well, because I had an old one and then I looked at it and I realized, wait a second, this is super outdated, because Metro used to be owned by a player named Psychosocial, and his team was called Psychopaths. And so the logo was called Psychopaths, and I don't think Metro is identified with that in years. So I really quickly reached out to the leader. Thankfully, he responded very quickly, and we got the new crab logo, which I had to do a little bit of photoshopping to make it transparent because it had like a weird background that didn't look very good, but they didn't have a way to remove it, so I did shitty photoshopping skills to get rid of it. But Gosu logo is the correct one. They sent me a different one at one point in time, but it was a logo that I was not comfortable with putting on stream. I'll just put it like that. So we're going to continue with this one. But anyway, we've got slightly different tanks this time around for Gosu. I mean, we didn't get to watch them last set, obviously, and they have their own understanding of meta and strats at the moment. It's pretty early on in the competitive season. Each team kind of has their own meta until, you know, you play enough competitive, you see enough other teams, and you kind of realize what the good tanks are. Gosu's rocking a VK90, which is a tank that we didn't get to see at all last set. But that's not to say it's bad. In fact, it looks like Metro might be running one or two as well, so maybe these teams are going to be running similar tanks after all. We've got the 50Ms that we saw plenty of last set. MLEs, Krons, Super Conks, yeah. None of these tanks are new other than the VK90, but both teams are running one, so there you go. Metro believes in the Ho-Ri. It did win them that last game on Rockfield. On Port Bay, though, having a tank destroyer is pretty awkward. Really, the only place to put it on South Spawn is if you literally leave it in your own spawn and drive up the hill behind you. Otherwise, it is kind of awkward to have that tank, like fighting in the C corner. But it's definitely not like an awful tank. Again, did get a little bit of a gun handling nerf, but still a pretty good long-range tank. And it still has reactive, and it's got good armor, so it's not a bad pick at all. Notice me, what's up, OG at Paradox? Sorry for my claymates, it's all good. It is all in jest. Oh, I'm not tripping. Don't moderate here so I can say horrible things into a chat. Yeah, nice. You streaming the stream, I got monkey mode. Big deal. Alright, here we go, guys. We're gonna start off again. I forgot the map intro. Port Bay, let's go. Guys, I'm not locked in. Still getting back into streaming mode. And here we are. Gosu Metro, another best of 5 set. All of them today will be. And let's go ahead, make the camera speed fast so we can fly up into the sky and then bring it at a much more palatable speed for streaming. You know, there are streamers that go like fly around at 9 speed the entire time, and it's just very difficult to, you know, get a good cinematic going. But Gosu's going to double their 50Ms directly into C. T100 spots that he's going to get out of there, yeah. As a T100, you have to play very wary of the 50Ms. Gosu will go for the cap. Also holding resets on B with Arturo. You mean Shooter D-Boy. Nokotin is going exactly where I expected. So really, and if you're in a TD, this is like the only place you can go is climbing up these little hills in your own spawn. There's really nothing else you can do. So if you're a Gosu, you have a very good idea where that Ho-Ri is. So you can't really blind fire it because there's still like a lot of range on this side where you can be, but it's still like, you know approximately where they're going to be. Tank destroyers are not the most flexible, and Port Bay is not a tank destroyer map. If you're in the north spawn, you can kind of set them up here sometimes if you are playing on the A side, but Gosu's not, and they don't have a TD in the first place. They do have the cap lead, just by a little bit though, only 10 points, 5 points. Metro has the town. They will look to sneak into B eventually, but Arturo does have sort of resets, although it's not really easy to hold resets on this map, because if Metro wanted, they could just pull up from the side and nuke Arturo. Of course, Metro would have to be careful in doing so themselves, but in general, B is like a very awkward cap on this map, so typically the team that either gets A or C first will hold on to that lead. And again, sometimes if you're on the A side, you do have the ability to get into B. See, Rupa Man saying Mono Tango, yeah, Mono Tango Fei. I agree. Very good point. I played a quick tournament with Gosu a few weeks ago, and they kept saying 34, you have to say Mono Tango Fei. And I didn't trust them because I thought maybe it was something like crazy explicit, but apparently it's like a meme. So now every time I see them in battle, I say it. Though I can't chat, unfortunately, when I'm a spectator. Group 1 not streamed. Yeah, groups 1 and 4 are not being streamed, and group 2 is being double streamed. Because there is Tommy covering it as a spectator, and then Cora streaming as POV. Metro is actually going to be able to get into the base. Arturo could get nuked for going for this reset. It doesn't really look like Metro's trying for it exactly, but he spots Shooter. There we go. It's just a little bit of a trade here. Yeah, for some reason Metro's not set up to shoot him. Actually, I lied. There's only Luck and Chaos. I clearly was not aware enough of that. And yeah, Gosu's not going to be able to reset B anymore. They realize that. Arturo backs off, and Metro does take the cap. And Gosu needs to be ready to push. It looks like they are. They're split 4-3. But yeah, there's already 700 points on the board here. So now they definitely need to make their move. Otherwise, this game's getting very quickly, as this is a 5-tick map. Arturo sneaks another shot into Shooter D-Boy, but he's now getting pushed by Wow Bao. If I can click on him. And here he is. Boom, put in that shot. Very nice. And things are looking a little bit scary if you are Metro, but at the same time, sneaky little tanks here from the red team. Going to be able to get the rear of Shooter D-Boy, and Gosu actually does push in for the kill. They do have Luck and Chaos alone, but they're not going to focus on that. Instead, Arepa Man's going to step into the A base, and they're going to put another tank into B. Got to stop the caps from bleeding, because even though you have the kill, you're still down on the bases. Now, the double tanks from the red team here might actually get caught out. Dark Sky, GGJR, is getting nuked pretty hard. The T100 LT is able to sneak around for that kill. Andy Brachios will die quickly as well, but Gosu have both of the caps in the town. They're going to have a nice kill on Luck and Chaos in just a minute here. I don't think Metro is going to be able to bring this one back. Even if they get the kill on Arturo, which they're not going to be able to. Yeah, Mark has this. And that's a very nice win there for Gosu, pushing in quite nicely. Unfortunately, Metro was not unified enough when that push happened. Weren't able to stop the bases. Gosu did a very good job, you know, getting the kill, and then while, you know, everyone was reloading and moving on to the next engagement, they took that opportunity to grab the base. Metro didn't really have much they could do about it. So very nicely done. Good push in there from Gosu, the top 8 team from last season. Now they're on the south spawn, which many consider to be the worst spawn, but in competitive it really doesn't make that much of a difference. In pubs it definitely does. In competitive, I don't think it makes as much of a difference, because in competitive you can better take advantage of the fact that the south spawn has the sneaky little hills in your own spawn that you can sit on. Which, you know, it never gets used in pubs. You can't really coordinate a team to do that, but in tournament you definitely can. So I don't think Port Bay is a bad competitive map. Like, I think it's a horrible pub map. But we'll move on. Game 2. Very different lineup here for Metro. We're seeing DK72s making a comeback here. Haven't seen a whole lot of that so far, obviously. This is only the first tournament stream of the season. But VK72 is a different tank now than it was. It got PBR and it got some reworks, which I don't remember what they were off the top of my head, but I don't think we're going to be seeing that tank quite as much as something like the NLE, which we're seeing 2 per team. But we are seeing a T100 from both sides and a 50M on Gosu, so they're going to keep that tank. And the mobility advantage will be for Gosu. That T100 for Metro is going to have to play a little bit scared, of course, but we saw him playing reasonably well in the past few games, so not too concerned about that. Anyway, we'll get ready for game number 2. Metro is going to keep the tank destroyer, and on north spawn, there is the one spot that I talked about briefly over by the lighthouse north spawn, so presumably that's where he's going to go, but I mean, I could be wrong, I suppose. I just don't know where else you would bring a Ho-Ri. There's like a niche spot by C that you can sit in, but that doesn't really work too well, but maybe they're going to do it anyway? Yeah, I was actually going to say when there's a spot by C, it's over in this area. I guess he's going to go for it. I don't know if it's worth it because this literally only has this one narrow lane and it requires the enemy team to drive in that narrow lane. Don't know if it's worth putting an entire tank for that, but it's something, I suppose. But a Reaper Girl trying to go for a quick A-cap, but spots Strawberry there, so going to back out. We are at a little bit of a stalemate in the opening game. Sometimes these teams try to grab a quick base before the enemy can do anything about it, but Gosu not able to step A. However, Erukana, he gets spotted, but he does step C briefly. Finds Mark, though. He's realizing, I'm not going to be able to cap this base with Mark there. I'm just going to run. And so neither team grabbing a base at the moment. Since Mark is in the 50M, he has a T100 LT teammate. They might be a little bit more confident to take this side of the map. Yeah, Mark's going to go directly for the corner here. They feel, yeah, more confident on this side of the map. NTG's going to look for that shot. Very nice shot there from NTG. He's a pretty solid mechanical player. It's a very nice long ranger there with that tungsten shell. Unfortunately for Metro, it doesn't deter Gosu from grabbing the base, so they will take the cap lead. Strawberry going to respond by stepping A. But big shot into Mark means that we are actually at over 1,000 HP difference between these two teams. Reaper Girl getting some good spots. What about NTG? But they're not able to shoot him in return. And here we go. Action is starting to occur. I see a question in the chat. Can you play this tournament PC? Yes, you can. Arena competition was mixed controls. Unfortunately, registration's over, though. But there will be another arena competition in December. So keep an eye out for it. You can sign up with whoever you want. You're not clan limited. These top teams usually tend to be tied to a specific clan, but you don't have to be. Nice shots from the red team all the way across the map into Wabao and Strawberry, each taking 2 hits. So we are seeing some bleeding, evening out the HP, and in fact Gosu takes the HP lead because of that. Kronvon's doing well with that long damage, or that long range damage. And Reaper Girl doing a reasonable job at spotting as well. Did take a hit at one point. You can see the track is damaged, but they're fine. Does take a hit there from Erukana across map, and that means Reaper Girl will be spotted for 20 seconds. Make sure that he remembers that before he peeks again, because otherwise he could just get pre-fired. Metro is moving up on the seaside. They're in fact bringing the Ho-Ri forward as well. Yeah, a Reaper Girl peeked up again. He got pre-fired there. He was still spotted. I don't think he remembered the 20 seconds there. Hopefully he remembers this time. Look at Strawberry, though. Strawberry took a lot of hits during that time. Those Kronvons, man, good long-range damage. Got that reticle Cali to allow for it. They're going for a blind kill there. Didn't quite hit it. But here comes a Metro with the push. IS-4 MLE. They've got their armor to bring up here. And they don't have to stay in the cap for too long if they're just able to sit on it long enough to take the cap lead back. Unfortunately, though, Gosu does have control of that corner with 2 tanks, and they're going to counter push now with 3 more in the center here, and Metro isn't quite there. Erukana did sneak up top with the self boost, but he's not going to be able to save Wabao, though Alcent and Dark Sky both missing their shots. That hurts. Wabao could have been dead right now if they had all connected them, but unfortunately he's still alive for the moment. Reaper Man looking for the kill, does get it now. Erukana will back down to Dark Sky, and now Gosu does have a good cap lead, although they will give up B potentially. No, a Reaper Girl's here. Looks like Gosu's covered all of their tracks here. Great positioning from a Reaper Girl, allowing that base reset for a little bit. He's not going to be able to save Andy Brachios, but giving a little bit of time for the Gosu team. They do lose Alcent, though, and Andy goes down, but they should be able to pick up only Luck and Chaos, as well as Nokatan over on the left side of my screen. Strawberry's still a one-shot sitting in that position. He was able to hold on for a while, but a Reaper Girl is going to hunt that down. Reactive allows him to survive a little bit longer. Erukana is going to look for one shot there, but Aripa does pick up that kill. Only Luck and Chaos dying in the center of the screen. It's 5v3 at the moment. Cat points are still in Gosu's favor. They're going to step on B just to step on it, I suppose. Dark Sky is going to put in a shot. Reaper should have that kill with an average roll here. Does get it, and they kill NTG as well. And now it's just a 1v4. Stopping the B base, 960 points. That's game 2, also going to Gosu. Very well positioned here. I like the rotation from the LT all the way around the map. Playing that one very sneakily. Kill at the end from Shooter D-Boy wasn't enough, though. And Gosu takes game 2. Very nice. Actually, so mad you can play this on PC. What's wrong about playing on PC? What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. It's a volley. Move on to game 3. Back to New Bay. We've already seen this map once. Metro won game number 1. They lost game number 2 on it. So we'll see how they do this time around. Get the map ready. Been a long time since I've been on Twitch. What's up, Go Climber Rock? Welcome to the stream, man. Thanks for joining me back in. Of course, dude. Good to have you. Howdy, howdy. Yeah, the comments on so mid you can play this on PC. There's, you know, NA's at the point right now where there are just so few teams that banning PC just doesn't make sense anymore. Because, like, I think last season we had like 30 teams, 40 teams play the tournament. If you add PC players to the mix, allow them to play integrated, and they actually like are able to make their teams and join teams, you could easily get like, you know, maybe not double that, but at least like 50% more teams that way. I'm interested to see what the stats are for Blitz Masters Legends. It's not going to be the exact same because all the high level teams that are playing in Blitz Masters Legends 1 are going to be mobile only for the most part. So unfortunately, PC users don't have a way to integrate themselves into the top teams that are already solidifying as touch-only teams for the first tournament. So there's still some work to go there, but in general, we are going to be seeing a lot more teams, hopefully, for the second Blitz Masters Legends. Anyway, let's go ahead and introduce New Bay. Also, I missed 5 gift subs from Major Annoyance. Dude, thank you for the 5 gift subs. That's awesome, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let this video play out real quick. But yeah, shout out Major Annoyance. Old-time comp player on the purple team. Shouldn't say old-time, it's only been a couple years compared to purple's long history, but you still retired? How are things going for you? I really appreciate the subs. I have to keep the alerts muted, otherwise they would distract me pretty hella during these games. And I'm sure they distract the viewers as well, but you know, it is what it is. Metro going for a pretty different strat here. They are sending tanks towards the A ramps, and Gosu has nobody over there. They fully committed to the C side. You know, normally you would expect when you see these Crown Vons, they would be playing on the ramps and taking map control that way, but no, not at all, actually. So we're going to see Gosu take an early cap lead. Metro takes A. Are they going to step B? Don't think so. Gosu's actually extended with double 50Ms to do so. Don't think Metro's going to have a reset either. There's NTG back here. But these boxes are going to provide Mark some cover, and he will grab the base no problem. Should be able to get out as well. So very nice from Gosu, taking the early lead. Maybe Brachios did take a little bit of a hit at the start here. And Arikana is pretty deep into the enemy spawn here. He will have the rear of Andy Brachios in a sec. Put that nice shot in, very good. And leave, yeah, not worth sticking around there. You're a light tank, you need to conserve your HP, but Andy takes another hit. Where was that? Shooter D-Boy in the center. Not very careful from Andy, unfortunately. Gonna bleed a lot, and his team's down 2,000 hit points as a result of that. Partially because of that, partially because of the fact that they're running multiple medium tanks, whereas only one light tank on the Metro team, which is again Arikana, who's been able to make it all the way out for free. So only one tank at the moment has taken a hit. Those were the bleeds into Andy Brachios, who is now actually being pulled up on by Only Luck and Chaos. He's going to put another shot into the rear of Andy. And is Shooter D-Boy going to have another shot this time around? No, misses it. But Andy's dead. Gosu needs to make a move. And it looks like they're going to counter push Only Luck and Chaos here, actually. Going to be able to protect him in that way, but Metro has some nice shots lined up onto Dark Sky Jr. But is that going to be enough to stop this crazy push? Metro did put a couple tanks into the B cap. Dark Sky is really low, though, and I like what Only Luck and Chaos was doing, just trying to block Dark Sky from getting around him. He will pick up the kill, though, and Gosu is going to continue their pushes in. Double MLE with double reactive. They're going to be able to soak up a lot of hits for the team here. But everyone else from Gosu is a little bit low. Dark Sky kind of low, Andy Brachios low. Even Eternal here taking some damage. Gosu will continue the push right into this Rhinoceronte, though. Can't read his name because of the text, unfortunately. That's Nokatan. He will try to drop back, not able to do it, though. So we are going to see a jump there from a Reaper Girl. Very nicely done. 7v5. Gosu has 2-tank lead, but they are way down in the HP. All the remaining tanks for Metro, extremely healthy right now. They're all on above 2,000 HP except for, you know, this guy's on 1,900 in the light tank who doesn't even have 2,000 HP. So it's a lot of hit points for this team to work with. Metro should be able to pull this one back here. Irukana going to start off with a very, very wide flank. Going for the kill on Mark. Does connect there, so now they're only down 1 tank. Arepa Man's incredibly low. Again, Andy Brachios going to get pushed out here. Metro's got so much HP to work with there. Double that of Gosu at the... Gosu at the moment. Sorry, I lost my voice there for a minute. Wabao not able to get the HE kill there. Irukana is going to hunt that down. It's a nice thing about having a T100 LT. You can just drive around the map and do that. Kill on Strawberry. So we are still going to see a tank lead here for Gosu, but it won't be for long. Irukana picks up NTG there. Sorry, Arepa Man there. I saw the attacking sign from NTG, which messed me up a little bit. Eternal's low. Arepa Girl should go down momentarily as well. 3v3, but again, it's not even a close 3v3, unfortunately. Here's the kill on Arturo. Here's the kill on Arepa Girl. And Metro are going to be able to put themselves on the board with this one. I like how Dark Sky just still trying, you know, to win the team the game by stepping on the base, but unfortunately, it's not going to do much for the team. Just going to tell Metro exactly where you are. Here's Wellbow. Put in the shot. Here's Irukana. But we see a ram kill to end it, and Metro do put themselves on the board. Not going to be a 3-0 here. As I'm stuttering a lot today, I really need to work on my verbal skills. I'm clearly very rusty, having not streamed in a long time. Oh, and I didn't get to check out the game results there. Accidentally pressed escape. 4.8 from Wabao. He's doing a very good job today. He had a very high damage game. I believe the very first one in the Kronvon on Nube as well. So very nice. Unfortunately, yeah, Andy had a bit of a rough one there. He did get caught out very nicely by Metro's push into Gosu spawn. But we'll move on to game 4. Gosu can still win the set with a dub here. Metro's not out of it, though. They've proved that they do pretty well in Nube. We're swapping spawns, though. Read the chat. Play on Switch. Yeah, nice meme. I'm not sure how PC's lame. Making NA comp more alive in terms of new teams and players doesn't seem lame to me. I agree. I think whether or not you argue which is better at EM, there are arguments that PC is better, and I totally understand them. Although I don't agree that at the top level there's any big differences. I understand the argument at least, but you have to consider the fact that, you know, NA and APAC comp is dead. There's like 30 teams playing. And if you allow PC players in, you can at least get like, you know, 20% more teams, 30% more teams, maybe even 50% more, who knows. The preseason tournament, I believe, that had PC a few seasons ago had like 80 teams. So, pretty good data. Anyway, 20 seconds left until game number 4. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. And yeah. Retirement's so chill. Miss the competitive play because it plays like DJ, Titanium, your boys. DJ's still around. He's playing on the Pincer team now, I believe. Pincer's actually fielding a team for next season. Spoilers, by the way. Pincer is fielding a team. They're not currently playing in the arena competition. But originally it was going to be T-Dub leading a team out of Apex. We were going to field a team again, but They all decided that they wanted to play out of the pincer tag because TJF Blue, old-time pincer player, felt nostalgic, and I was like, yeah, that's fine. You guys can play for pincer. I don't mind. So, yeah, they're playing for pincer instead, which I'm bummed that they're not on my own clan, right? Because it's always nice to have a good competitive team in my own clan, but, you know, I'm not going to deny TJ his old clan. Anyway, we'll lock in to game number 4 here before going back to reading the chat. Both teams are running light tanks, but we've got a 132-1 for Gosu. First time we're seeing that today. Not a surprise, though. The tank, which has always kind of struggled a little bit, finally got some very good buffs. Makes it kind of rival the Leopard a little bit in terms of, you know, the Leopard. Of course, the Leopard did get some nerfs, which kind of allows the 132-1 to catch up a little bit, but still, that tank is pretty good. Got some good mobility buffs. It got, gear oil that allows it to drive backwards faster. Got, again, 360 alpha with some reasonably good DPM. It's very quick. And I'm expecting to see a little bit of it. I still think it's a little outshadowed by the T100, to be honest, but it is what it is. Anyway, both teams do grab a base respectively, but Metro goes a step further, brings the IS-4 underneath to step A, but a Reaper Girl is going to get right into it with a 132-1. Gosu now has 2 tanks on Only Luck and Chaos, but No-Katan is kind of lurking down here. Will be able to provide some support if Gosu overextends, and that could be bad. Wasn't paying attention to see if No-Katan got spotted earlier. But you can see Waba, Strawberry are both looking as well. They're going to try to sneak in a shot if possible. Not going to find one, though. Arepa Man, Arepa Girl, the power duo. They're going to back out of here. If you guys don't know, Arepa Girl is actually the ult account of a clanmate of mine. Hyro, if you guys know Hyro. He's the GOAT, by the way. Just ignore that driving. He definitely did not just hit that wall right there. He would never. Anyway, even game right now. I'm looking at Only Look in Chaos here. If you can see right next to his username and hit points, he's actually got a dead driver at the moment. You can kind of barely see that drive wheel. So he is playing with a dead driver at the moment. I'm sure he could fix that whenever he wants to. He just wants to save his multi-repair. But at some point he's going to have to do that if he wants to get into the battle here. Because right now there's nothing going on. He does actually fix it just now. Feels his crew. As I talk about it. Metro is going to repush the A base finally. He'll take it with Only Look in Chaos. Irikana is going to help double it. Gets spotted though, but huge shots into Mark. Mark's bleeding a lot from underneath there. Not being careful enough. Arepa Man holding the outside alone in the 50M. That might not be enough. Metro is going to push through. Everyone's spotted, so Gosu knows what to do. They're actually going to push through the center. Try to catch out Waba, who takes 1200. And even more now, but in comes NTG and Shooter D-Boy to counter push. And they find Arturo here. Eternal's going to try to HP share and get in front of NTG. Ooh, that's a little awkward. Will it be enough? They're just going to turn their attention to Ascent Boy. Shooter gets the kill. And a good counter push from Metro. They pick up Arepa Man up top as well. Again, 50M was not enough to hold the outside by himself. And while Gosu will counter with the kill on No-Katan, do they have another kill on them? Yes, it looks like NTG is next to Mark even. No, Strawberry missing, but Irikana helps pick up the kill with Luck and Chaos here. It's a 5v4 HP slight favor of Metro. Make that a 4v3. Still slight HP favor Metro, but they have the caps as well. Arepa Girl is stopping the A base at the moment, but that just means there's only 2 tanks up top for Team Gosu, while there are 4 for Metro. Make that 3. Irikana drops down to 1v1 Arepa Girl, which totally understand why you'd want to do that. You don't want to let that light tank run away and grab the other base. And so that light tank 1v1 is going to happen underneath. Dark Sky gets killed up top. We can go ahead and zoom in on this, I suppose. Eternal's got plenty of HP. Irikana's going to stay on the base, actually. I don't really see a need to do that, but I suppose I understand it. But you were trying to shoot underneath there. Didn't quite work out. Don't mess around too much, Irikana. You're now on 397. You're a potential one-shot here because you'd rather sit on the base than get the kill. Eternal's still holding on over there. But we are going to see Irikana grab A. One thing the 132-1 has is the ability to get unspotted quicker, so he knows where the T100 ulti is for 3 extra seconds. Unfortunately, doesn't make a difference there, but you're kind of messing around a little bit too much that game. But Metro does win either way. They actually tie it up 2-2. Clearly, New Bay is the map that they've prepared for the most today. They've done quite well in it. They're 3-1. And again, we're getting to a tiebreaker. This is a very good group to pick today, huh? Faust will be the tiebreaker map. Very nice. Okay, we'll prepare Faust. Also, message from Major Annoyance. Retirement's chill. I think I read that one. Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, retirement is really nice. Me just not streaming recently, just being able to take time off of the game has been very nice. I'm still around, obviously, but you know, I'm not like actively streaming anymore, so I don't have that obligation. 34 a chat. We'll be posting this video to be viewed later. Yeah, all the streams stay up on YouTube, so you're more than welcome to watch. It'll be available immediately after the stream ends. Play WOT for PC and not WOT B. That argument doesn't work because they're two different games, right? World of Tanks Blitz is a different game. It doesn't have 15v15. It doesn't have RD. It doesn't have all the pay-to-win tier 10s. So, yeah, that argument unfortunately does not work. Two different games. What's up, Spartan? Welcome to the stream. Flip 70 got shit on by Joker, unfortunately. Perhaps expected, though. Joker's kind of good, unfortunately. Unfortunately for you, I should say, not in general. I don't mind Joker being on top. Victor scored. No messages from Tommy. We're all good. That's what I'm looking out for at the moment. This is messages from Tommy, because those are important for me right now, because I'm trying to help him out here. But hopefully he's doing fine on his own. Anyway, we'll go ahead and introduce Faust, the tiebreaker map. And here we are with Game 5, second tiebreaker of the day. That Metro is a part of both of them. Both teams are going to be pushing pretty hard to see. Faust, another map that was removed and returns for the season. I'm seeing an interesting tank that we haven't seen yet tonight for Gosu. That is the Chieftain. I talked about it briefly earlier, but honestly, I'm not a big fan of the Chieftain at the moment. It got changed. It's got a lot of changes for Hesh. It has Hesh now instead of premium gold ammo. It's got premium Hesh. But I think the tank gets countered by the 2 and 5B, but we're not seeing any of that today. At least not in this game. We're seeing a straight-up brawl here. Seeing Gosu push right underneath here. Metro's going to try to surround and pound Dark Sky Eternal into Reaper Man, but it is Gosu getting the first kill on NTG. Presumably the second there, they're just going to push right through into Nokatan. I like that. Taking the tank destroyers out very quickly. Huge push by Gosu. And their focus fire is clearly on point here. 3 quick kills. They haven't even lost the tank yet. Hit point sharing is on point. Chieftain gets to farm in the rear, and as much as I was saying I don't like the Chieftain pick, right now where you're playing so that no one's looking at the Chieftain and he can just switch to Hesh and farm when he wants to, that's absolutely free, and that's a great pick. There's pretty much no better heavy to do that at the moment. Yeah, amazing push from Gosu here. I thought Metro was looking to respond to this, but they unfortunately did not do it quite quickly enough, and they left their TDs in positions where they couldn't get HP shared and were not able to survive. In this last game, in complete sweep, Metro just shooting the ground. I was just praising them on how, you know, they've done so well to get into 2 tiebreakers. But unfortunately, this game, not quite the best for them. They were kind of just going to ram. Another jump kill here. Not quite a 7-0 because Reaper Man dies in the end, but a funny ending to the game nonetheless. And that one was over in about 2 minutes. Oh man, I can't be off topic for once. The second I start talking off topic, the game's basically over. But GG's to Gosu. They were admittedly favored in the set, but Metro put up a very good fight, bringing them to a tiebreaker, which means they're going to be watching Metro go back down to the loser's side. They're going to be playing against Evony once again. Another best of 5, and that's starting right away, guys. So we're going to get right to it. I'm going to go ahead and put us back into just chatting so that I can hide the room and take a look. So let's go ahead and let's see. Yep, Evony Metro again. Evony on the left, Metro on the right. Cool. Also, guys, another thing, I'm trying a new playlist today for lo-fi. I actually just monetized my YouTube channel pretty recently, and I went back to monetize all my old videos and streams, and most of them are not monetizable because of a copyright. Even though I've been playing copyright-free music, according to the playlist, I guess a lot of these songs inside of them, or not a lot, but just like a few of them, occasionally, you know, play. And since there's just one song out of like the hundreds that play every stream just because of how long the streams are, just one or two play and the entire thing gets demonetized. So switching to a new playlist that says it's royalty free, not just copyright free, but royalty free. Hoping this is better. I might be switching playlists around here and there until I find one that, you know, allows me to monetize my streams now, because for the longest time I didn't bother monetizing my YouTube because I never really cared about it. But now my YouTube is actually my bigger channel, so I'm realizing I might as well just do it, right? Ads don't play during YouTube streams anyway, so I don't think that's going to be a big issue. I don't think it's going to bother anyone. But it allows people who wish to support me to do so. So for everyone who does, I appreciate it. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say, is that I'm monetizing my YouTube now, switching my playlist just because of that. Let's go ahead and join the room now. We can go ahead and do that. Evony Metro, the rematch. Previously went to tiebreaker, but we are now on Yukon, another map that was recently added back that was removed. I'm guessing the pattern today is they're just playing all the maps that were removed. We had New Bay, we're having Yukon, we had Faust, we had Rockfield. I'm pretty sure that's 4 out of the 5. I don't remember what the 5th one was, but if someone does know in the chat, then let me know, because I don't remember. I don't think it was Black Goldville. I'm pretty sure Black Goldville's been around. We saw that today, but I'm pretty sure it was not that one. Could be wrong though, because I really do not remember. Yeah, lineups not incredibly surprising. MLE is dominant with that high HP, the good armor, and the reactive consumable. No mobility here for Evony. Metro's got a light and a medium, which is solid. Excuse me. Welcome, John, to the stream. Bino, hello. Long time, Bino. Yeah, 2 and 5B. I like the pick. It's still got a very good gun. It's a counter to the Chieftain because you can actually frontally HE a Chieftain just with the cheap HE that the 2 and 5B has. And it actually wins in like a trade battle. You know, if the tanks trade against each other, the 2 and 5B wins. So it's a good counter there. And just in general, it's got a more reliable gun. So it makes sense to me why they're using one. Metro's gonna get rid of their light tank. 2 mediums now. Yes, I don't really need to comment on the lineups until the game's about to start because they keep changing them anyway. But yeah, notice here, people watching, that half of the players on each of these teams are playing on PC. So, you know, if this were a mobile-only tournament, you can presume that half of these teams wouldn't be there. You know, 4 players on Evony, 3 on Metro. So I think them allowing it's a good idea. Anyway, we'll go ahead and introduce Yukon as we get started into the losers finals. I'm glad to see Yukon back. I was very sad when they removed that map. It's my favorite map for Big Boss and for Gravity Mode, and so not having the map around was very, you know, disappointing, but I'm glad it's back now. It also has one of my favorite intro videos as well, with the music and the cinematics working quite well. But anyway, again, as soon as I start getting off topic, we're seeing an all-out brawl to start the game. Metro sending 3 tanks directly to the corner. Leggy, unfortunately, is quite alone in not really very good way for Evony to support him. He's going to try to play this smart, but Shooter D-Boy has shots in the rear if he backs up a little too much, as well as Strawberry, you can see. That's just a quick early kill here from Metro. So great start to the game. Funny enough, they are still down in the HP because Irukhan and Nokatan both blood for that, but still worth it, right? Losing half of 2 tanks, but getting a kill, very big. HG81 is going to go for a very aggressive opening push. He overextended in the very first game we saw against Metro on New Bay, and he's doing it again, now backing out here. Kind of going maybe a little bit before the team was ready. Evony will now counter push. Stev the Ape is getting in front of HD81, but he's only on 1000 HP, so we'll go down quite quickly if Metro focuses him, but it doesn't look like they're doing that at the moment. Koshi-chan's looking at target practice. That's not the right tank to shoot, unfortunately. He's on full HP. If you're Metro here, you're not really focus firing very well. You need to get better at that right now. Getting a kill on HD81 is important, and yeah, Koshi-chan throws his entire tank away to get one shot in there. That did not work very well at all. Evony did a very good job at focus firing him down quite well. Finally, the kill on HD81. It's a 5v5. Icy Fresh is low, NTG is low. NTG will be the first to go down. Shooter D-Boy next. Not before Stev. 4v4. You need to stop moving around so much. Strawberry with a big, what was that, in 791? He took 2 shots there. There's no tank that could have rolled that high. But 4v3, and actually, yeah, it looks like Evony brought this back. Very impressive. Yeah, there's the kill on Shooter D-Boy. Unfortunately, I think the play that Koshi Tantan made there was what threw the game for Metro. They had a good lead up until that point. He should have looked for a shot in HD81, but he drove all the way through the middle to get a shot into the rear of a full HP tank, and then he died. It just was not worth it at all. Very unfortunate play there for Metro, when they otherwise had a very advantageous opening game. So Evony will actually clutch that win. Very well played from them. They brought it back. They had much better focus fire than Metro did. And they definitely deserve to take that. So well played to Evony. Icy Fresh on top of 3.8. Good stuff. 2 and 5V, man. You let that tank live, it's going to put in work. And you're going to regret it. Yeah, Koshi Tantan. 2 shots of damage total. A very unfortunate play there. We'll move on to game 2, spawn swap. It's fine. Not a big deal, right? This is another best of 5. Metro's got plenty more chances to bring it back. I'm hoping to see another tiebreaker. Who knows? Maybe I'm asking a little bit too much for there. Really quick, I want to check out, see how Cora's stream and Tommy's stream are doing. So yeah, right now, Tommy is watching Purple 50A. Presumably Origins in the Grand Finals there. And that would mean that if I pull up Cora's stream, then they're probably not doing anything. He's probably just chilling in pubs. Yep. He is playing pubs in the 183. I'm a 183 hater. But they're both doing pretty well. Cora's got 32 views. Tommy has 12 of his own. Yeah, good stuff. I'm always happy to see more NA coverage here. Not jealous, because NA deserves more hype, you know. I'd like to, obviously, you know, everyone is biased a little bit towards their own server, but, you know, I think NA's got some of the best teams. Like last season, we saw a lot of the EU teams scrimming against the NA teams, and the NA teams are winning very consistently. And of course, all the EU teams are going to claim, like, oh, it's just a scrim, it doesn't matter. But I know for a fact that NA and EU players are always at each other's throats. There's no way that an EU team would be going easy and, you know, allowing that to happen, you know. So the fact that, you know, NA wins those scrims, some people might say, oh, it doesn't matter. I think it definitely matters, knowing the history of beef that the two servers have had. You know, and this was on both servers as well. Like, when NA and EU teams scrim, you can scrim on NA or you can scrim on EU. And NA was winning or even on NA ping and on EU ping. and EU was when it was equal or losing on both things. Anyway, I always get off topic and then things happen, so let's not do that. Evony taking double corner with their 50Ms. Metro has a 50M of their own, but they're not playing very aggressively here. Evony just going for a straight up push. 4 MLEs directly into D, as well as those two 50Ms in the corner. Metro grabbed B, but I don't think this map is going to go down to caps here, at least not this game. And Evony continues the push. Again, NTG caught out here. And a very good opening push from Evony. They are still up about 1500 HP. They should take this kill. Very nice. Good stuff. Missed a couple shots there, but that's okay. Icy Fresh is a little bit behind. His tank is a lot slower than the MLEs, so he's just going to get into it now. He finds a Rukana there, and that might, you know, distract the 50M's gun for a little bit, which is just fine, because right now Evony's push is looking solid, although Metro is doing a reasonably good job at kiting Evony. They've actually managed to bring the HP back to just a 500 difference between the two. Nokatan backing out here just fine, and now he's got a good clip to put in, although he's missing all the shots. You don't want to have an empty clip Kronvon, because that's when your DPM's at its worst. No kills quite yet other than NTG. Evie's actually going to circle again. HG81 going for a pretty big push here. He's got plenty of HP, though. Evony's starting to lose a lot of their hit points with the tanks that pushed. Leggy Femboy goes down. Blue Star quite low. He gets picked, and now Benny, he doesn't have reactive. He will fall as well. HE81's going to get a pick from the rear. And Arikana did die. I see Fresh in target practice 2v1'd him. So it's a 4v4. It's pretty close in the HP, but Metro is up a little bit. And he should be able to get the kill instead of the AP here. Target practice going to cover. Strawberry missing the kill shot there. You can't be missing those shots. That 50M is literally backwards to you. And if you're shooter D-boy, you need to kill target practice. Bouncing that shot there too. What happens? What's happening? You can easily focus fire that 50M, or you could put a shot into the side of HG81. And just like that, things are close. In fact, Evony has the HP advantage. They get the kill. Now Evony has the lead. Strawberry missing that shot. We are seeing some unfortunate poor execution here from Metro. And again, having an advantage towards the later part of the game. Strawberry missing yet again. Yeah. I'm sorry, Metro, but you guys, unfortunately, threw that game as well. Some unfortunate execution here from Team Metro. And Evony are now in a very good position to win this one. Very good HE into the side of the MLE. Super Conqueror, of course, has that nice pen HE. And even though there's reactive on for Wabao here, he turns on his reactive, it doesn't mean anything against HE. HE ignores that. And yeah, Wabao just shoots the ground. Maybe a little bit disappointed in those missed shots there from his team. Bouncing out the rear of a 50M, missing the side of an MLE. And then, yeah, unfortunate misses in the end game. Absolutely destroy Metro there. They are now down 2-0. They're not out of it yet, but they definitely need to make some changes here. They have specs, they have subs if they really need to, and I think they might need to make a couple subs here. We're back on New Bay again. Third time today. I always ask Wargaming to fix the issue of max repeating themselves all the time, and unfortunately they don't do that. So we get to see New Bay 3 times today, which is very disappointing to me, but it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. We're back at New Bay. Just finding samples, putting this in lo-fi beats in free time. I just don't have that kind of time. I don't care enough. That is too much effort. Mono Tango Faye, what's up, Aripa man? What's up, Gosu? Mystican, what's up? Training Evony. Hey, they're looking good this set. They're clutching up some good dubs. I think Metro's kind of making it a little bit easier on them this set around, but that's fine. I mean, Evony's doing a good job at recognizing the opportunities and taking advantage of them. Got nothing to complain about if you're Evony right now. 54 is meta? Why? What's up, Pickle? How you doing, man? It's got lots of HP, it's got reactive armor, and it's got reasonably solid armor buffs as well. It's not like it's the strongest armor in tier 10, but it's good. If you're running the armor equipment in the enemy MLE is running Rammer. It's actually pretty red. Kind of need Cali dependently. Anyway, let's introduce New Bay. Here's game 3. Evony has the chance to close it out here. Metro needs to fight back. They've got a T100. It's Waobao now. He's playing the light tank. They have changed their lineup, and yeah, only Luck is now in the game. So some roster changes here for Metro. Waobao going for the early cap, but ooh, Stev the Ape is sneaking in here. He's going to have a reset. Waobao does actually get hit driving out. We'll take a second shot. No, not quite. Yeah, he does take one actually. On the crossing. Very good trap set there by Evony. An unfortunate early bleed there for Metro. I don't necessarily think their play was bad to try to step the base, but unfortunately when that happens, it's kind of unavoidable that you bleed. But Metro's very split now. Evony's got a pretty solid push. 5 tanks on the side of the map. Going to be difficult for Metro to bring this back. Granted, this is exactly what Evony did to them on the very first game, and Metro absorbed it quite well, but this time they have not observed it particularly well, and they lose No-Katan quickly. Only Luck and Chaos going to be the next focus fire target. And again, Evony's focus fire has been pretty solid this set. HE81, Stev, Icy Fresh, all putting their guns in there. And it's not particularly close, unfortunately. We're going to lose Luck and Chaos. NTG here isn't even being looked at right now. If you're Benny, you should be looking at NTG. I'm confused why he wasn't, but fair enough. He's going to take a lot of damage. Koshi looking for the kill. I like the idea, but he's not going to get it. MTG should pick up this kill. Bounces it. Yeah. Metro's execution's been tough today, unfortunately, but, you know, there's only so much you can do, right? If you're a team that lacks mechanical skill compared to some of these other teams, you have to kind of outstrat them. And I like that Metro took the risk by trying to grab A, but it just doesn't work sometimes, right? If the enemy happens to be running positions that are, you know, good against the positions that you choose to take, sometimes you just have lost from the start, right? Not to say that, you know, Metro's bad mechanically, but unfortunately they did have several shortcomings today. And unfortunately for them, it will culminate with a 3-0 loss. Evony will win this second set. Target practice saying die for time. That's crazy. The old Nemo quote that fed families. Waobao will not die for time. Last game he surrendered at the end. This time he is running. He's running. He's track starring. Gets spotted though, and it's Jover. And boy, missing a shot with the Heretical Cali, but not missing the second. Nice track. And that ends it. Abstracted says sorry for target. I can respect that. Evony's saying sorry for the BM. They're not trying to be toxic. And I can respect the clarification there. But they do win that set 3-0 after losing the first set to Metro in a tiebreaker. This one going to Evony. So congrats to Evony on that. Right away, we're moving into our last set here, guys. Now, after this next set, I'm going to be doing a giveaway where whoever wins the set, you type their username in the chat. If it's Evony, you'll type Evony. If it's Gosu, you type Gosu. I said username. I meant to say clan tag. But you type their clan tag into the chat. It's Twitch chat only giveaway. And we'll be giving away 4 fan containers. I think I'll split it up 2 and 2 because they're not particularly amazing. So I'll have 2 winners, and each winner will get 2 fan containers. But yeah, let's get right on into the next set. Go ahead and prepare the room. And again, Gosu in the grand finals, but this time it is Evony facing them. And if Metro brought Gosu to a tiebreaker and Evony just destroyed Metro, maybe Evony might stomp Gosu as well. Who knows? Who knows? Gosu looks pretty good though, and of course, top 8 team from last season. Cannot forget that. I don't think this is entirely the same roster, but I'm sure that there's some similarities. Shocked not to see more Krons. I agree. I think Kron is a very good tank, especially considering how much DPM it has when you have a full clip. It's actually very solid. The armor is good, of course. The mobility is good. It's just a solid all-rounder. I think it depends on the map. Honestly, I think New Bay is one of the better maps for the Kron because in previous metas on NA, you would see a lot of Krons taking the ramps on New Bay and just completely controlling the map that way. We didn't see that today, though. Maybe other clans are doing that. I'll have to watch back Cora's stream, Tommy's stream, kind of see what Origin's doing, at least in the teams that they're playing. Because, again, this is only a group of 3 teams. We're only seeing kind of 3 teams playing today. Once we get to see a lot more of the higher level teams, we'll be able to get a better feel for what tanks are going to be used when and where. We'll go ahead and share the room. I didn't update the logos. There we go. The way that my setup works, unfortunately, I've never found a way around this. I have to type in the names of the teams, and then I have to press another button to update them. I haven't figured out a way where if I just type in the team, it auto updates. I have to type in the team name, and then afterwards I have to press the update button. So I forgot to press the update button that time. Yo, Frost's here. What's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome to the stream, man. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. The lineup you're expecting, yeah, totally understandable. This is an interesting one, though. I didn't expect to see 350Ms on Yukon, but I like the idea. We saw earlier, an aggressive opening play by Evony. This time might see an aggressive opening play from Gosu on Yukon. Again, by the way, we're back on Yukon. We're just seeing maps repeated and repeated and repeated today. But yeah, 350Ms, 3 MLEs, and a 132-1, so they're going full mobility here. I like the 132-1 pick. I don't know how much I like how light this team is. I think it's cool. I guess when I say I don't like it, I just mean like from a probability of that they will succeed, you know. But I do like to see non-standard picks. I guess I shouldn't say it the way that I did. I mean, Evony's got solid mobility of their own. They've got 250Ms, but doesn't compare to what Gosu has. Super Conk and an extra MLE. Respectable. The Super Conqueror will make a field day out of that 132-1 if he's not careful. But if you're a light tank, all you have to do is just, like, drive away, right? So it's that simple. Purple Poppy Mellow, New Bay is already my favorite map. I guess so. We've seen it 3 times today. Who knows? We might see it in this set as well. Also, I saw your earlier message. Blitz needs a Switch-only team. You should set one up, dude. If you're the self-proclaimed best Switch player in NA, which I have no reason to doubt because I don't know any other top players that use Switch other than you, which I think, so I'm not saying I disagree with your claim. I would agree until I meet a better Switch player. But you should definitely consider leading the team. You're the person with the most credentials to lead one. So if you do decide to lead one, you let me know. I would be very interested in spectating y'all. Anyway, we'll go back to Yukon intro for set number 4 of the night, the very final set. Here we go, guys. Love this map intro, it's so pretty. And here we go. Teams are not entirely going in the same position as each other. Seeing a B grab from Gosu, a C grab from Evony with the focus on A. Looks like we're not seeing an all-out aggressive opening from Gosu like I was expecting. Maybe the D corner, maybe the A corner. But they're doing a delayed sneak around into C. They will actually be opening aggressively, just a little bit sneakier, giving a little bit of time for the rest of Evony to drive away, and then they pull up. All the tanks are going to clash in on Stev. He drives away from the 50Ms and directly into the other tanks. I love this, guys. We're seeing some good creativity in the opening game for the set, and Gosu should have a nice clean kill there. They do. Curious where the 132-1 is. He's going for a very wide sweep. going even wider to get a little bit of a farm. Once the rest of Evony collapses in, they are going to get some good counter push action in, though. They pick up Andy quite quickly. Arturo and Mark are sure to fall soon. They don't have a lot of HP, you know, you're in a medium tank. But Gosu's able to clean up tanks as well. They're going to have Icy Fresh next. Also, they were able to get Mark out of the fire there. So they are going to be able to keep at least one medium tank with its gun in the game, along with a Reaper Girl all the way in the back there, as you can see. They will maintain the tank advantage, although HP is not in their favor at the moment. And all they need is one quick kill here, an Alcint or Mark, and they'll be able to even that up right away. But they do take a lot of hits here, and the HP is being brought back. Reaper Girl trying to farm from the rear when possible, but the main problem with bringing a light tank, as we said earlier in the stream, is that E50M demonizes any light tank that you fight, and all he's doing is running away, trying to get away from target practice, but it's not possible. HE81 is going to pick up that kill. Gosu is unfortunately losing their opening game advantage to Evony here, who have brought it back to a 3v3. The HP is still pretty close, but Mark missing that shot on target practice. You need to be hitting pretty much every shot at this point. Alcint's looking at target, not looking at Abstracted, who's going to be able to put in more shots for free here. And unfortunately, this is a 2v2. It's going to be quite challenging. Who that fire makes it even more difficult to win, of course. Rupert Man should be able to pick up this kill. Mono Tango Faye, no! I had faith, but he missed it. And that's going to give time to Blue Star, who will come in, take hits for HD81 when possible. Doesn't even need to. Great peek there by HD. And Evony actually cleans it up there. They had an early game disadvantage. They lost their tank quickly from Gosu's creative play. But really, after Gosu made that push, they didn't have enough, you know, left. They weren't in great positions to continue the battle. You know, they won the tank, but at what cost, right? They bled a lot for it. They gave up good positioning. And looking at the 50Ms, they did bottom 3 on damage. Didn't quite work too well. Yes, you got the early kill, but you lost a lot because of it. Target practice on top at 3.8 for Evony. Well done. They take game 1. Again, I like the early sneaky play there. It was fun to watch. Just didn't quite have enough depth to the strategy for what came next. Right, I'm guessing when they practiced the strat, maybe they fought teams that were caught very off guard by it and weren't able to respond, but Evony did a really good job at responding, so good job to them. Really good. They weren't too shaken by it. What's up, Alistair? Slick, welcome, welcome. Wheezy Light Crack. No, it's pretty good. It got nice mobility update, mobility buff. It got gear oil. Its gun's pretty solid DPM buff. It's got 360 alpha, same as the Leopard. It's very comparable to a Leopard right now, because the Leopard got nerfed, so it kind of allowed the 132 one to play catch up there. But yeah, it's solid. I don't think it's as good as the 200, but it's solid. Because the 200 is a little faster, and I don't remember comparing their DPMs. I just know the 200s is very good. It might be better. They're probably kind of close. But 200 is also more low profile, has a little bit more armor. I think it's just the better tank. But that's not to say that the 132 one is unusable. Got your Arizona tee? Yes, of course, Slick. It's right here. Of course, you know I got that thing on me. Yeah, guys, this is Grand Finals, by the way. Best of 5, last set of the day. The winner moves on to top 4, which is tomorrow. We'll have to check out the other groups after this one. I suspect this might be one of the longer groups because of those tiebreakers in the opening sets, and the fact that this doesn't have like a clear best team. Whereas Group 1 had Joker, Group 2 had Origin. You expect those groups to be pretty quick. Group 4 had Honda, which is, like, they're a good team, but they also lost their first set, I believe, if I checked correctly. They lost to Hated. So that might be a bit of a longer group as well. Unfortunately, that one's not going to stream today. Gosu going for a hard A push here. They don't quite find anything. There are a few tanks here, of course. Looking at a Reaper Girl in the T100, sneaking all the way around, doing that again. This could be scary. But there is no light tank or medium tank on Team Evony to really contest, so he's free to do what he wants. And he finds target practice, the rear of target practice and Femboy here. They find him. They spot him. Target practice probably going to back out now. Reaper Girl's going to step in D. No, going to run right through. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, with a 2 and 5B there, you definitely cannot hang around. But anyway, Gosu's holding on to the A corner. They don't have the base lead, though. Andy took a little bit to step onto A. And Benny should have a free shot. No, he already missed his shell. Never mind, he's reloading. Or maybe he hit it. I don't know. He's reloading. Not able to punish Andy for the miss. Reaper Girl still floating around, maybe playing a little bit passive there, is going to allow Evony to get in here with a full push, and they're not going to waste any time. They don't care that they have the cap lead. Now, Benny is a little bit far ahead compared to the rest of the team. Took a lot of damage, but really good focus fire from Evony back into Ausent Boy, but unfortunately Benny does die first. Ausent should be quick to follow, but Reaper Girl's only able to get his gun into the game now. And if you're leggy, you're probably looking for shots on a Reaper Girl. No, you're just going to go for the focus fire. But another kill happens. This time, Austin and Andy both go down, actually. So Evony are up a tank. Icy Fresh will fall. But Dark Sky as well. So still 5v4 in favor of Evony. Their focus fire is just a little bit better. And they had their guns in the game a little bit longer. Reaper Girl just took a little bit too long. And while the extra DPM of a light tank is pretty nice, Evony does, of course, have that 2 and 5B, and he's just going to hunt down that T100. And that tank has easy HEs. Yeah, 668, that's nuts. A little bit of a ram combined with a nice HE roll, and that's just a quick kill. HG picks up a Rip a Man. And yeah, Evony has just the focus fire advantage right here. 2 and 5B is just able to hold the T100 LT back, whereas the rest of the team fights in a 3v2. Target practice has plenty of HP, so does HD, so does Abstracted. Down goes Arturo. And yeah, it's a 4v2. Unfortunately, Reaper Girl not quite able to save the team with that extra DPM. That gun took a long time to get into the game, and there isn't much durability once he did get into the game. So, Evony's going to take game number 2 as well. Things are completely reversing. Earlier we saw, Evony lose to Metro, but then they beat Metro. Now they might be beating Gosu here. It is currently going to be a 2-0. Of course, if you're Abstract, you have to hit the shot here. And I don't know why you're backing up and you have all that HP. You're just blocking your teammate, I suppose. But, those little micro reactions, I'm sure it was his instinct to back up after shooting. But in a competitive scene right now, sometimes that extra hesitation could cost you a game because he blocked HD 81. If HD needed to put in that shot to win the game, that could have been bad. So, gotta work a little bit on those, instincts, those little micro instincts. Happens to me too all the time. Something I definitely struggle with myself. Something I wanted to point out there that I noticed at the end. It didn't matter at all. I just felt like talking about it because I thought it was interesting and something to share. Anyway, we are not going to be seeing what is it, New Bay for games 3 and 4. Who knows? Maybe it's the tiebreaker. It's still possible, I suppose. Do I want to check, or do I just want to let that surprise me at the end? Honestly, I'd rather just let it surprise me if we get New Bay for game 5, if we even get to that right now, because Evony's kind of kicking ass. We'll go back to the training room for what may be the last time. Training room view, but we are on Mayan Ruins for the next map. So we'll go ahead and prepare that. See a bit of a roster swap for Team Gosu. And they're going to keep their mobility. They're rocking the T100 with their Reaper Girl. He's going to have to get into the fight a little bit better this time around, though. No, they're switching him to a 50M so he can brawl. Fair. Very fair. Double 50M from Evony as well. Only difference in this team being a IS-4 for a Super Conk. Otherwise, pretty similar. Here's Entity's the best. It is. It's so good. You're looking a lot better. I'm going to have to check out how that group did. After this set is over, I'm interested to see who top 4 is. I need to make my thumbnail anyway. Anyway, here is Mayan. Here's game number 3. Both teams are sending their E50Ms pretty hard to see, as well as a little backup, but nothing crazy from either team. Just 2 MLEs will eventually shadow the 50Ms, but we're going to be seeing a straight-up brawl in the opening game. A lot of the shots missing so far, or both of the shots missing, I should say. But the reinforcements are soon to arrive for both teams, as well as the brawl in the middle for the rest. This is very symmetrical in terms of strategy here. IS4 is a little bit out of the fight because he was trying to overlook B for a bit of a cover there, so he'll have to sneak himself back into the fight. And that's not a problem for him at all. But in comes Gosu pushing in with their MLEs, maybe a little bit more cohesively than Evony. And who is their focus target? If it's me, I'm shooting the 50M there, Femboy, yeah. You don't want to be shooting Stev the Ape, who bled a little bit at the start. It's definitely the 50M you want to kill, and they do that quite well. Evony will bring one of their middle tanks over, and they actually do bring Target Practice and Bunny around as well to help support. Target Practice did take a lot of hits, though, but looks like Gosu's going to ignore him for the time being. His gun's kind of out of the game, and they want to put it back in. Unfortunately, Gosu's going to lose their own E50M as well. So right now it's 1 each. It's now a 5v5 as Benny gets picked. And Target Practice is being 1v1 here by Dark Sky, who's going to be able to win that no problem. The question is, can Marquise hang on? Because it looks like Mark being behind him should be able to get that kill. You need to pick that up. Yeah, good kill. Definitely worth it there. Icy Fresh is going to look for the kill on Mark. Doesn't get it with the HE. Unfortunately, only shooting 2. Gives that extra shot in for the team, and Gosu's actually looking pretty good this game. They've got the tank advantage. Target Practice is about to go down in the center, as was previously noted in that 1v1. And Stev's got 2 tanks on his rear. That reactive armor is not going to help very much. And there we go. Down goes Target. We see a ram kill here? Not quite. Stev's looking for the kill. Will he get it in time? No, a Reaper Man actually blocks the shot. Very good HP Shang there. And it's a 4v1. HD, last tank left alive. He should be able to kill Eternal there. No, Arepa Man again with the HP share. And from Dark Sky, yeah, they're not letting him do it. Well played from Gosu. They're pulling it back. They're not out of it yet. Winning game number 3 here, the first on Mayan. You know, maybe Yukon's not their map, but maybe Mayan is. They can easily equalize this and force a tiebreaker, which I would love to see. There's 3 tiebreakers out of 4 sets is not bad at all. You know, good plays by Gosu at the beginning. A little bit more cohesive with their push at the start, getting the quick pick on Leggy. Ripa on top with 3.9k. Very nice. Spawns will swap on mine. I have to look up who that Leggy player is, because that's the old username of another player I know on NA, but I don't know if this is him because I thought he retired. This is not him. Okay, this is Cerno. Oh, I know Cerno. Cerno was in Apex for a while, actually. But I forgot that's what he changed his name to. I actually did that a while ago and I just completely forgot. Never mind. Oh well. But he's just Cerno. Unfortunate start to that last game, but yeah, Evony is at an advantage. They only need to win the next game or the game after. So, Cora, how's it going, man? Hope you're doing well. It sounds like your set's already over by the fact that you are in my chat. Guys, if you were not aware, Cora on the Origin team, he's the captain. He has a YouTube channel, and he is streaming his POV for this tournament, and I presume future ones as well. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know how much you want to stream the important ones where, you know, maybe your secrecy and your I don't know, being locked in matters more. But again, it's always great to have more NA coverage. I'm super happy about it. So make sure to check out Cora, because he streams actively now. I stopped streaming actively months ago, and now he streams actively, so you guys should check him out. Anyway, game number 4. Gosu has a chance here. If they can execute at the same level as they did last game, things will look very good for them. 5 MLEs both teams, E50M both teams. Again, the difference between lineups is an IS4 versus a Super Conquer. Literally the same thing as last game, except both teams had an extra an extra 50M. This time both teams are not doing the same thing. Gosu going more for A side and central. Evony's still committing towards C. Although this time they're doing it a little bit more directly with their MLEs. Previously they had split and led with the 50Ms, but now Leggy has learned his lesson. He's playing a little bit more carefully. But this should be good crossing shots for Gosu here. No, they don't actually commit with Eternal there. And whoever's behind him, I can't see because for some reason they changed the lettering to where it's very... It wasn't even... Yeah, I don't know. You used to be able to differentiate names because there was a black outline, and now that's gone for some reason. So now if there's tanks stacked up, you literally just cannot read their names. Anyway, Gosu is just going to execute once again with a quick push through the middle here, and they've caught Icy off guard. Even though he activates his reactive, he's still taking so much damage. He's on 700 HP. His ammo rack is damaged. Since he's carrying a, what is it? Reactive armor, that means he probably doesn't have a second repair kit, which means, you know, if you can just break his tracks once, force the repair kit, and then whatever you do next, that module damage is going to be permanent for like the next minute and a half. So Icy is basically out of the game right now. No ammo rack, no HP. Gosu's got 2 caps. They're holding quite nicely. They've got the HP lead, although granted, that's pretty even. And they have map control at the moment. Evony could sneak back around. It looks like they're doing so with Blue Star. But Gosu did spot him. They are aware of it, at least. And so that allows them to adapt. They've got Dark Sky and Mark already over there to deal with it. Now, what's left here if you're Evony? I mean, you wait for Icy Fresh's ammo rack to come back, presumably. We don't have that much time to wait, right? The caps are ticking. They're at 600. They're going to be at 700 very soon. You got 5 full HP MLEs. You need to get them in soon. Benny's coming in. There's Blue Star. Is that enough, though? Is that enough? Goose is actually rotating the opposite way, which I find pretty interesting. They're just kind of giving Evony that space. They're like, hey, we have the cat point, so we don't need to interact with you. And maybe they're waiting for Evony to step into B so they can make a play, because B is like a weird space to fight out from. But no, they're actually just going to go for a straight counter push onto target practice, whose reactive is just running out now. Mark's going to get around Benny and Abstracted. Leggy's going to go for Eternal here, but he's already pretty low. If you're a Reaper man, you could go focus Leggy, but no, he gets away. And he's just going to hunt down target practice, go for that kill. Icy gets killed. And Gosu's going to have a 2-take advantage after they kill target practice down there, which Andy does. They'll lose Eternal here, but they're still holding on to the B base. They're at 930. Evony has to send their full HP MLE all the way to A. That hurts. That's 2,700 HP that you're just taking out of the equation right now. But it doesn't even make a difference. 995, 1,000. And Gosu wins it. We are seeing a tiebreaker. Can we see the reverse seat from Gosu? Korra might have called it here. Yeah, Kami's in the chat. Yeah, no, Origin set's definitely done. I expected groups 1 and 2 to be quick. I'm not surprised. But, yeah, clean stuff from Gosu. They held as long as they needed to. Their counter push worked pretty well. And we're on to tiebreaker. Is it going to be New Bay? Are we going to see New Bay for a 4th time today? Thanks for gaming. I appreciate you. Oh, I'm glad I didn't check. Oh, that is funny. Oh my goodness, 4 New Bays today. I'm gonna Tolian's getting an earful from me because of that. No, I'm kidding. I don't hate you, Tolian. I'm just messing. But come on, man. Come on, man. Guys, this is the 4th time we've seen New Bay today. Do I even need to introduce it again? Oh my goodness. That is funny. So I was waiting for my face to get a little less red. It probably still is a little red. You can definitely tell. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, guys, we're going to introduce New Bay for the 4th time today. If you guys don't know the map well at this point, I don't know what to say, but this is your chance, I suppose. That's funny. I mean, I guess Williams trying to showcase the maps that got removed for the last season. Fair enough, well played. We've seen 4 of them. Did someone say what the 5th map was? I wasn't paying attention I missed it if someone said it in the chat, and I apologize. I don't know. Anyway, introduce Nube for the 4th time. You guys have the song memorized at this point too by now, I'm sure, right? Yeah, look at this. Oh my goodness. That's just so funny. I hate how all the text is just pure white. You can't differentiate anything anymore. Oh well. Game 5, final game of the stream. Guys, we're going to follow this game immediately with a giveaway of 4 fan containers. It's going to be in the Twitch chat only. So if Gosu wins, the keyword is going to be Gosu. If Evony wins, the keyword is going to be Evony. And right away, both teams are opening with a tank down low, Mark versus Stev. Both teams are more centered on the ramps. Gosu's a little more focused on the inside. Evony on the outside with their Super Conqueror. But they do bring the tanks up the ramp, but now Evony just has their rear for free. Where's all of Gosu's tanks? Where's Gosu? I mean, they're all here, I suppose. They're all going to go in on target practice and Icy Fresh. But Arepa's rear is just getting farmed for free. He's barely even put in any damage, and he's already quite low. Although, I will say they're pushing Icy Fresh is working quite well. He will go down as well. Hit points are still quite even. But Evony bringing up the rear with all that HP. But look at Arepa Girl. He just got a free farm onto HD81's, not even turning around to try to put his gun into, you know, fending off Arepa Girl. Until just now, but he's already on 791 HP. If you're Evony, do you turn around to deal with the 200? Not at this point, but if you did that earlier on, maybe that would have been better. But the Reaper Girl literally gets a free 2800 damage just because of HD81 not looking. Very nice. 5v3 at the moment, and I think Gosu might actually pull off the reverse sweep here, guys. Wow. I can't look at Reaper Girl. He got smashed by Benny there, unfortunately, but he's got the side. If you go for a phase hug here, you can get under the gun, but that's what Benny's trying to do, is peel him off. And he does get picked off, and Leggy's going to go for the jump on Mark. Doesn't quite get it, but it is a 3v3 again, and Arepa's low. We could absolutely see them do this, actually. Wait a second here. Evony gets the kill on Arepa Girl. And Dark Sky. Wait a second. This got turned around. I was not paying enough attention. Focusing on the T100 LT, not to realize the fact that Loved actually, sorry, I was looking at Leggy. Evony might have just pulled off the set one here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't see Eternal being able to win this. You can get the kill on Benny maybe, but then you've got a full clip Kron to deal with. You've taken damage from Stev. You've got, yeah, Leggy's going to put in 3 shots here. And yeah, Stev with the kill. I was just talking about how Gosu might have pulled off the reverse sweep. It was a 5v3 that Evony just clutched while I was distracted. And yeah, the reverse sweep, unfortunately, was staved off just barely, though. Free farms by Mr. Arepa Girl unfortunately didn't quite work out in the end. Maybe needed to play a little bit more carefully once the MLE turned around. Yeah, so he did do 3.5k damage. Unfortunately, it was not enough. The push from Evony just worked out pretty well. And they actually do, yeah. Evony moves on to tomorrow. Gosu is eliminated. That is an upset, guys. Gosu, former top 8 team, were favored to win the set. They had the first round bye for being the highest seeded. But it's actually Evony that pulls it off. Congrats to Evony. Very nicely done. Stev the Ape with 4.4 as well. Well played to Stev. And yeah, that's that, guys. GG's. I hope y'all enjoyed today's stream. We're not done yet. We got the giveaways. I was mentioning them before. And we will do them right now real quick. Just pulling that up. And here we are. This is unfortunately a Twitch chat only giveaway. Also, eyes are going to be burned by the light screen mode. But I don't think there's a dark mode for Nightbot. I've tried. The word is going to be Evony, because Evony won the set. So type Evony in the chat, Twitch chat. There's a 3-minute delay, so it's going to take a little bit of time for you to see this. And then I'm going to let it run for about 5 minutes or so. And then we'll roll the giveaway. And we're going to pick 2 winners here for fan containers. Each winner will get 2 containers. I'll need your username, your ID, and the server that you play on. So if you guys don't know how to get your account ID, I can show you how to do that. You go to your record. So you click on your avatar on the top left. Then you click your username right here. It copies your username and your ID to clipboard, and you paste that into the chat as well as give me your server. And yeah. So we're going to go ahead and keep that giveaway roll. In the meantime, let's check out the other groups. I have a guess on who won Group 1 and who won Group 2, but we will confirm it. Is Joker, yes, Joker does indeed win Group 1 against Final Order, which is not X-Wing, by the way, it's 7E. But unfortunately, second place doesn't mean anything. They are out. Do they take any games? Hey, 3-2 and a 3-0, but hey, 3-2. They took 2 games. They forced a tiebreaker against Joker. Must have been a good set to watch. Wish it were streamed by someone. I don't know if Joker is streaming their POV. Kami made a joke to me about should we stream our POV, but I don't know if anyone on the team actually has the means to do that. Random map, right? I know, right? Vapon. Origin wins Group 2. Surprise, surprise. Against Sinvita. Is that 50A? Yeah, so their finals were against 50A. Which means 50A beat Purple. Looks like it. Solid. Good job to 50A, but not enough. Group 3 we watched. For some reason it doesn't show the scores, but we did see Evony win. So congrats to Evony, captained by Benny there. And then Group 4 looks like it was Ponda, actually. So Ponda initially lost their set to Hated. Then they won in the losers finals against Hated 3-0 after Kitten beat Hated. So Kitten actually got second place there. Hated, despite winning their first set, they got last. But then Kitten 3-0'd Hated, and then Ponda ended up winning. So our top 4 is going to be Joker, Origin, Ponda, and Evony. Solid. So it was 3 of the 4 teams that were expected if you just go by like last season's performance, but Evony pulls off the upset, which I'm happy to see. I see Tommy's in the chat. Not surprised about, considering that set's been long done. Good to see you, Tommy and Cora. Both of y'all in here. Again, I shouted them out earlier, but make sure to check them out. We've got new people streaming tournaments on NA, which is nice. It's not just me anymore. I'm always happy to see more NA representation. So, shout out to Cora and Tommy. Tommy, did you enjoy our strats? Sounds like he did some fun stuff. I'm gonna have to watch those back. Yes, introduce again, please. Yeah, nice to meet you. 50B spam. Ooh, I'm getting a little bit of hints. Getting some spoilers. Very cool. Lots of chat from YouTube. Again, this is a Twitch only giveaway. The Evony in the chat thing, unfortunately, I haven't figured out how to do it on YouTube yet. I'll figure it out before Blitz Masters Legends. But unfortunately, I don't really have time to do it tomorrow. So we'll do Twitch giveaways today, Twitch giveaways tomorrow, and then if I can figure out YouTube, we'll do that for the future tournaments. Yeah, we'll give it a few more minutes. Uppercase or lowercase, case does not matter. Okay, best strats for Evony. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited. I gotta make my thumbnail now that I know the top 4 teams. People typing it in YouTube, unfortunately you will not be entered. This Twitch only. I'm sorry. Anyway, we will give it a little bit more time. And we're going to roll the giveaway right about now. So if you won in the chat, congratulations. Going to do my second draw in just a second. It's kind of awkward doing this in a delay. Doing this with a delay, because I'm saying it now, and then I have to draw it in 3 more minutes. So I put a 3-minute timer down. But anyway, we're doing our 2 draws. If you guys won, congratulations. If not, come back tomorrow. I'm giving away 2 battle passes on the stream. I'll give away 1 after the first set, and I'll give 1 away at the end of the tournament. So, yeah. Username if you win the giveaway. Yes. So if you guys have won, if you won the roll, make sure to drop your username and ID if you won. And yeah, that's about it. The giveaway is over. We're going to go ahead and end the stream here. Congrats to you who won. Congrats to everyone who made top 4. Cora, who's in the chat, congrats on your team making it. I don't know if any of the other teams are in here, but congrats to the rest of you. Ranger's in here. Looks like Ponda is repped in the chat, so congrats to Ponda. And Stev is in here. So yeah, we got representation from at least 3 of the teams. Don't see any Joker players, but that's fine. They all hate me anyway. I'm kidding. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and call it here. If you guys enjoy the stream, we'll be back tomorrow. It is good for me to be back streaming again. I always enjoy the stuttering again. I always enjoy the tournaments. I will be sticking around as long as I can. So yeah, take it easy, guys. And as always, stay safe. Happy tanking.